Would you like to see football wherever you are in the world?
With NordVPN, you can get premium protection online and set your location so you never miss a minute of the content you usually enjoy.
Go to nordvpn.com/TSUW to get 72% off a 2-year plan plus 3 additional months absolutely free.
Here we go then, Blades. It is another watch along. We are back once again like a renegade master. Birmingham versus Dem Blades. My name is Hal. Statsman Adam is here with me for the entirety of this watch along, although apparently it's blowing a gale where you are, Statsman Adam. So we are nervous about Tinterweb. How's it going?
Yeah, very well, mate. Very well. Good to see you again. Good evening to all the Blades, ready for what hopefully is another 3 points on the road.
Absolutely. And let's take a look straight away at the lineups. We'll start with the home team. Birmingham team news. Etheridge, Colin, Mengi, Roberts with his long throw, Pedersen with his long throw, Gary Gardner, Ryan Woods, Janino Bacuna, Scott Hogan, and Lyle Taylor, former Blades, and Onel Hernandez, that dangerous winger. When we look at the Sheffield United sides, it's one that I think, Adam, before I go through it, fair to say, a couple of players you might not have expected to actually be fit enough and ready to play in this game. Yeah,
a bit of a surprise. A couple of surprises amongst that, but looking to freshen it up with the enormous amount of games we have in February.
Absolutely. League One, Wes, no real surprise that Fodringham starts in goal. By the way, the BBC has us playing a 4-4-2 if you look at their website. Absolute nonsense. But we do have Reece Norrington-Davis, RDN, as some call him, at left wing back. Then we've got that man that's really in form, Jayden Bogle, playing at right wing back. This is where we wanted to see him. Chris Basham next to John Egan. And then the surprise, Ben Davies is back. Adam, do you say Davies or Davis?
I say Davies because he's got an E in it.
Yeah, I say Davies as well. Nick's got me saying Davis, and I need to get out of that. Then there's another surprise in midfield. Did you expect to see that man, Sander Berge, actually playing in this one today?
I didn't think he'd start, no.
Yeah, I didn't either. You never quite know how fit someone is when they've been out the length of time that Sander has. Hourahan, I nearly said Hourahan there. I'm not going to do that tonight. He's been dropped. I thought he was on really good form and had a really nice partnership going with Oliver Norwood. Are you surprised that Hourahan isn't playing?
I am very surprised. I thought that Hourahan and Norwood would have been the first two after the games they had at Peterborough. You say playing well, you keep hold of the shirt. So what does Conor Hourahan have to do? Because other than Ollie Norwood, he was the best man on the park for us at Peterborough.
Completely agree, but it is John Fleck who comes in. Perhaps Hourahan has a slight knock, but then you have to question why he's on the bench. And it's also interesting because you don't really want to have a team without a generational talent such as Iliman Ndiaye. He can just make things happen, but it's hard to find room for him, I would imagine, when Morgan Gibbs-White comes back into the side.
Yeah, it's going to be tricky. I mean, it's a good problem to have. It's nice to have a lot of different options. But Ndiaye recently he's kind of picked up a little bit knocks in and out of the game. So for his development, maybe 60 minutes or half an hour rotating him round will be good.
Does he get 123 goals tonight, Billy Sharp?
That'd be a big win if we got 123. I know what you mean, mate. He's 123rd goal. I was thinking, get 123 goals. That'd be a cracking night out.
It would be.
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really, really tricky game. The test is largely, as much as the quality of Birmingham City, I think this is about the protests, Adam. They are not happy, the locals, the natives, they are restless. We're hearing they're going to be wearing white masks, apparently a Chinese symbol. They're going to be blowing whistles. They've said they're going to stop that at the 10th minute. I mean, we all remember Leon Clark threw on goal, Hull, whistle blows, he thinks he's offside, but it's a whistle from the crowd when they were doing protests. We all remember the tennis balls. Coventry really disrupted the Blades in that one. Why always us? Well, the reason that Blue Noses have chosen this one is purely because it's on Sky. They've had 3 matches with protests before the game, and they've seen no change. So now they felt they needed to do a protest during the game. I'm not happy about this, and I'll tell you why, Adam, and then I want your thoughts. Let's say the referee says, right, lads, There's going to be a lot. He's talking to both teams. There's going to be a lot of whistles. Unless you hear my whistle, just carry on. Now, it might be very hard to differentiate between the whistles. Let's say you're a striker going through on either side. You hear the whistle. You think it's Keith Stroud's whistle. You stop. The defender doesn't think it's Keith Stroud's whistle, and he goes full in for a challenge when the striker's stopped. That's when you get injuries. This worries me. We don't need injuries. No one wants to see injuries, not for something silly either, when we get into the crunch stage of the season. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, it is a worry, but both teams were aware of it before the game, so it's been well documented what is going to happen. So it's the old adage, play to the whistle. If both sides play to the whistle and there's no repercussions for it, if the whistle does go, the referee's got to show some common sense. Look, if you threw on goal, try and tuck it away, try and finish it.
Yeah, and Keith Stroud can't book us a player for carrying on tonight if there's, a whistle that goes, because it might not be Keith's. It's going to be a mess. I think it could be farcical. There are some people saying this game won't even finish.
Yeah, I mean, you could stop the game for a few minutes. That is an option. I mean, we all remember Coventry when we dusted ourselves down, came back out, and actually won the game. So we've got a strong set of lads and strong character, and I think we can come through this, and we know what's going to happen. So do you stop the game for 5 minutes, let them have what they want? Because the fans just want to be heard. They want their opinions heard. The chairman has come out with a very wishy-washy statement. If I was a Birmingham fan and I'd read that statement that he came out with, last week, it would be like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, we've had some poor people at the top of Bramall Lane over the years, I remember, but I mean, this is something else. I mean, have they got any money? It's just so much. There's a lack of clarity for them. I've seen that there's nearly half the ground's closed. There's two of the big stands that they've got banners over. And that's a try to push the fans back in the crowd to try and help. I don't know. But it's really sad to see, because Birmingham's always been an intimidating place to go.
Certainly.
Never wanted to go to Birmingham City.
Not a good record for United at St Andrews. We'll get to that in a moment. I do want some thoughts here. Pop them in the comments of this subs bench. So you've got Adam Davies, we've got 𝐍𝐸, we've got Ollie McChicken, we've got Howrahan, who some are suggesting in the comments, thanks for that, has picked up a little knock. I never like seeing players on the bench if they're not fit. Good, Baldock, and Daniel Jebbison. Daniel Jebbison. He is back from 9 goals scored for Burton Albion under the tutelage of Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank. So, Adam, that is how bad your internet is. Phil can't even see your face.
Cheers, Phil.
Well, no, genuinely, it's quite pixelated. Adam is currently situated in a situation where he's situated. Could have put that better. Where it's very windy. We're hoping that the weather will improve and you'll make it through the entire stream. So, Adam, break it down for me. The record at St Andrews, we've got to go quite a long way back, haven't we, since the last time we won?
Oh, it's horrendous. The record against Birmingham, full stop, is not very good. The last actual win at St Andrews going all the way back to 1999.
1999?
Yeah, before I knew you.
Well, yeah, but we were both at that game.
Yes.
But we didn't know each other then. We met in 2001.
We did.
And I remember the 1999 game, Boxing Day. Martin Smith and Paul Devlin, of course, a former Blue Nose. Now, I spoke to Devs yesterday. We had a little catch up. And he's working tonight at St Andrews in a kind of ambassadorial capacity. I messaged him and I said, do you know when the last time was that United beat Birmingham St Andrews? And quick as a flash, he messaged me back and said, 1999, I scored, so did Smudger. He remembered. I think I really respect that about Devs, is that he knows his onions.
He does. I have to watch my back. I'm a stat man around here, Devs.
He's coming for you. What do you make of the fact, though, that we do have such a terrible record? Do you think it actually matters at all?
No, I don't think it does. I mean, everyone has sort of bogey teams. It's a case of not letting it get in your head. But it's just another game. It's a different division. It's a new set of players. We've picked up draws here, so I don't think too much is needs to be made of it. It's a team that we predominantly don't do well against, but like with any records, they're there to be broken. So a bad record could become a good record. Look at Reading, seven consecutive away league wins at Reading. We didn't lose there. If you're a Reading fan, you could say, well, we do one, but no. Yeah, I think we'll be all right.
All right, let's look at the Birmingham team if you are just joining us, because there's a couple of players in there. Mark Roberts has got a long throw. Pedersen's got a long throw. Long throws we saw at West Bromwich Albion under Slav really undid the Blades. Do you worry about them as much currently, or do you think we are better suited to deal with the aerial bombardment that a long throw can possess?
No, I think we're better suited to deal with it. Reason being, he's not playing tonight, but Jackie long throw for us. We use it as an attacking weapon now. So
we don't use it. We don't. Adam, when was the last time we utilised a long throw? Honestly, can you remember?
Yeah, but we do it, and they obviously practice it in training. But we've got, but in Davis and Egan, you've got two absolute solid headers of the football. So I'm not overly worried. Hogan will cause some problems. He's that sort of big lad who will cause a bit of problem in the air. Lyle Taylor's more of a defeat man. So I'm not. I dare say I'm not too unduly worried. Birmingham scoring from a long throw.
Yeah, it's interesting when you look at those players that you just mentioned there. They are dangerous from set pieces. A top 5 from set piece side on XG. Pedersen and Mark Roberts, 2 players on both wings throwing the ball in long. I think we should do what they used to do against Stoke and kick it out for a corner rather than let Rory Delap ×2 get long throws in. They like to press, unlike Peterborough. Only West Bromwich Albion have won the ball back in the opponent's final third more than Lee Bowyer's Blues this season. Scott Hogan's got 10 goals to his name in the league. Of course, a former Blades loanee. He'll be up top with another former Blade, Lyle Taylor, who I thought Adam never really got a chance to shine.
He didn't know, but he was playing in that dismal side. He was up front in that team that was just not winning anything at all. So he never got a chance to shine. But as many who played in that era, you could go through a dozen players in that boat who, it could have been, but it just didn't happen for them.
Let's give a shout out to Helen. Always great to have you along. No Bobby in the background. He's properly slacking. Bobby recently. He's leaving me to do this all on my Todd. No Verips as well, like at West Brom. He is safely being dispatched out of the country. So if I do miss any of your comments, then just blame Adam, if you wouldn't mind. Now, let's have a look at player connections, Adam. Before I'm going to set you a really mean task, I just want your memories of this man.
There's one big memory, isn't there? The day the bouncing stopped. It will go down in Sheffield United history as the bounce slayer. He did much more for Sheffield United than just that goal, but that's what he'll be remembered for. And he's got the Duffy role named after him. How many other players at Sheffield United have actually got a role named after him? Yeah,
it's a good shout. It's a good point. A wonderful player. Not the only one, of course. We've got a lot of players that have played for both. That man, Che Adams, we've already mentioned. Devs, Curtis Woodhouse as well. One of those 2-sport athletes. So I'm going to set you now, Adam, because you're the stats man. Give me an 11 of played for both.
Wow. What a challenge! What a challenge for Friday night. Okay, so in goal, got to be Alan Kelly. Played for both. Ian Bennett was close to getting in a team, but Alan Kelly in goal. Going to go with a sort of a 4-3-1-2 formation to sort of make this work with a little bit of poetic license. But we'll have Greg Halford at right back.
Only played 3 times for Birmingham.
He did, but he played for Birmingham. So it's my favourite sort of 11 that have played for both sides.
He's another one I was chatting to earlier today, Greg Halford. He's a good guy.
Yeah. A wonderful centre-half partnership. Oliver Tebele and Reg Holdsworth, David Holdsworth himself. What a great pairing at centre-back that would be. I'm playing Kyle Bartley at left-back. A little bit of poetic licence, but I need to fit it into a reasonable formation. In midfield, we're blessed with options in midfield, but Paul Devlin, Curtis Woodhouse, Brian Howard as your midfield 3, Mark Duffy playing in the Duffy role behind Peter Unlove and Che Adams.
I like it. Well done. I knew you would be up for that task. So I said, when was the last time we utilised the long throw? Greg Halford, absolutely. Before that, you've got to go to probably Roger Nielsen, Lee Bromby, Michael Brown. I'm not going to have this, though. Jack Robinson's long throw at Peterborough led to the own goal. It was a corner, wasn't it?
Got me thinking now.
I mean, I was at the game and I haven't watched any highlights back. But I thought it was a corner. It was a corner, wasn't it?
It was a corner, yes,
hey,
it was.
Methan, you're going to get up very early. Trevor Hockey, absolute 70s legend. John Richardson, who people say I sound like. My dad would concur. Trevor Hockey, yeah, a proper legend. I also work with a Birmingham fan who is of that generation, and he tells me as well. So that's a really good shout. Adam, well done. A round of applause for Adam. Now it's time for you to get your predictions in on the comments. There's 4 options for tonight. Normally it's 3 options for a football match. Birmingham win, draw, Blades win, match abandoned due to protests. Which one's it going to be? Let us know in the comments. Adam already thinks a Blades win. What do you think for tonight? The Blades way. Might let that name go. 3-1. I am saying 2-1 United. Adam, for those just joined, what's your prediction?
3-0 Blades. Confident, optimistic.
3-0?
Yes.
Do you think the protests...
not failing you.
Do you think the protests play any part in the result?
I don't. Unless it happens and how it happens, I wouldn't say so. I mean, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen early, 10 minutes. There's still 80 minutes left. I came on at half-time at Peterborough and predicted that we'd win 3-0, and we should have won 3-0.
And I'm confident down for that.
The 3-0 is going to happen. It's going to be a good game. Birmingham going to want to prove a lot, but I think we can see them out. I mean, more than any, the first 20 minutes is going to be crucial. You know, will the protest happen? How's the game going to start? You know, if Birmingham come right at us early on, is that going to quash the protest a little bit? Are the Birmingham fans going to ease back if they got off to a flyer? Let's say they go 1-0 up. Hate to think it, but they go 1-0 up. Is that going to calm them?
I think that's a really good point. I think if the Birmingham City fans see their side taking the game to the Blades and maybe they go 1-0 up, they might think, okay, actually, let's watch this game. Let's concentrate on this game. The protests can take a bit of a back seat because this is actually what we really care about. They're protesting to save the club they love. So if the club they love take an early lead, you'd assume action stations. What I worry about, and I did a preview with a Birmingham City YouTube channel, is I asked him, I said, listen, are you promising me your fans are going to stop blowing whistles at the 10th minute? And he said, promise you I will. Right. How can they? You can't. You cannot promise it. There's thousands in there. And we lived in the Midland area for a while, Adam. We know that people there are as honest as the day is long. I wouldn't for one second like to imagine that anyone would tell me a lie, but we'll wait and see how that actually plays out. I think it could be a very interesting game, this one. And I think personally the protests will impact what actually we see on the pitch. When it comes then to where you are, dear viewer, around the globe, let us know where you're watching in the comments. I'd love to know, because one thing that always fascinates me, Adam, is who's watching from the furthest away. Can we have a winner tonight of someone who's actually further away than anyone else? Another thing I would like to say at this point is Super Chat is something you can do, which helps with our running costs. Nick and I had an absolutely awful day yesterday. I don't want to get into too much detail, but we had a bit of an issue where it was very, very embarrassing for us. Where I won't go into full detail, but I'll just say trademark infringement and legal problems, right? Yeah, Adam knows this is bad news. So you take one step forward, 2 steps back sometimes doing this kind of thing. You know, we don't do this for the money, but we finally found a way of actually getting some cash, and that was selling our merchandise. And then we had this issue yesterday where everyone who bought something from us was like, recently anyway, was reimbursed, but we still lost the merch. And it was a mistake. And we're now, because they said it was some trademark infringement, which is not accurate, but it's too late. They've done it. And we're now having to try and get that back. And we've got to go through the legal. It's a nightmare. So we are now down hugely. And anything you can give us tonight will help, because we pretty much do this now I would love to say for the love. It's actually for a loss. We're actually operating at a loss. So anything you can do to help this channel, which provides you with interviews with players you love like Dane Whitehouse, anything you can do at the moment more than ever, please, would just be so needed. That's my piece. Thank you.
Well, I have to say to you and Nick, the Dane Whitehouse, what an absolute superb piece of work, guys.
Thank you.
If you have not watched it, get it watched.
Yeah, not
Dane,
right now.
Not now, no, because we're on now, much better. But later on, you've got to watch it. Dane really speaks from the heart. He tells it as it is. Superb. You can wear my Dane Whitehouse shirt tonight. Yeah,
absolutely. He doesn't mess about, actually, Dane. He is so honest. I called him Honest Dane through the interview, but that one you can watch at any time. I had some people saying, oh, I missed it when it was on. That's not how it works on YouTube. Don't worry. You can watch it anytime. It's also available as a bit of audio as well. So if you'd rather take your content from the Sheffield United way via the ears, maybe you're driving in the car, at the gym, going for a little jog, whatever, you can just search Sheffield United Way wherever you get your podcasts. And I mean anywhere. We are on every podcast streaming platform. Go and get it on there, and you'll be able to listen to it, as many people have messaged me today to say that they did on their way to St Andrews. So that's a really good way to do it. Now look at that. Stuart Davies. Wow. Oxford, Mississippi, 4,279 miles from Sheffield. Still got a season ticket, Adam. Incredibly. Hitchhikes.
All 4,279 miles of them. Good going.
Thank you very much, Diesel. Really appreciate that. Sorry to hear the cream egg fund is running low, mate. Method, you're a legend. No, it's been an awful 24 hours. Adam, I didn't even tell you about it before, did I? But
no.
Yeah, one day I'll tell you the whole story. But literally anything you do, Blades fans, would be incredible. So since I've given you that heartfelt plea, I'll just have a look at our thermometer. Our running total is still at 0. So we're well on the way. If you are just joining us, let's have another quick look at the lineups for today. We're going to start with Birmingham City. We've got Etheridge from the Philippines, Adam.
Really?
Yeah, Colin, Mengi, Roberts, Pedersen, Gardner, Woods, Bakuna, Hogan, Taylor, and Onel Hernandez. I've got to be honest, a player I would have liked United to have signed when we were playing wingers. West Fodringham, Bogle, RND, Egan, Bash, Ben Davis, Ollie Norwood, John Fleck is back in, Iliman Ndiaye, Sander Berge, and Sharp. So that is your 2 lineups. Thanks to all of you letting us know whereabouts in the world you are. And we've got Captain Kosa there. Robert letting us know he's in Ohio. He's going to join us at half-time to give us his first half analysis. If you've never joined us for a watch-along before, the way it works is we will give you regular timestamps. We'll keep the score on screen, and we will just bring you the action, but in a very biased Blades way. Of course, if you're a Birmingham City fan who's not gone to the game, you're not going to be hurling tennis balls, blowing whistles and masks up and all that sort of thing, you're welcome to join us in the chat. But this is largely a Blades community. But I'll tell you what, anyone who joins us and does a super chat can support anyone. And weirdly, the majority of support we get on super chats, when Nick and I have looked back over it, has been from people who aren't Sheffield United fans.
Most kind.
Most kind. That face says it all. We do need a song for Jebbo. Now we've got that Daniel Jebberson, and Nick came up with Dan Jebberson. Ba, ba, ba. Scores us goals. He scores us goals. Goals. I'm not sure about that one. I'll be honest. No. All right, Adam.
No, you can't. No, I mean the obvious one. You've got to for good our new signing. So good. But that song, you've got to find a song to fit that in.
I'm thinking for Charlie Good. Do you remember the Ebenezer Good song? Charlie Good. Okay. Charlie Good. His name is Charlie Good. I think that could work, and I've never heard that sung at a football match. They sing the Boney M song, the Brentford fans, for Charlie Goods. I don't really want to just copy what they do.
No, we don't want to be copying, but let's see.
You want to play. Do a separate podcast regarding the problems regarding copyright. Honestly, it's not that interesting. It's pretty much everything I said, but it is. You never like to get an email threatening you with legal action. Let's just put it that way, especially when we haven't done anything wrong. And the great thing is, I'll just make this really clear. Sheffield United Football Club have been absolutely fantastic. We spoke to them last night. They are fully behind us. They didn't action it. So it's a big, big misunderstanding. And we have, once again, Adam, ring it up. Let's make it. Adam, can you do a sound effect for every super chat, please?
Ring.
I mean, this is why we pay him the big bucks. It is 10 euros. Lots of love from the Netherlands. From, I'm going to pronounce it Sword, who has helped us in the past. You are a ledge, and as I say again, it's generally people from far and wide that generally support the channel and absolutely love it. Prefer your song Halfa Jeb over Nick's. It's a good thing, Michael, that Nick's at the game, because there's one thing. Nick's he's a very sensitive soul, very sensitive soul. Hal, get on the karaoke at halftime. Can I shock you, Danny? I have never done karaoke, and Adam, I'm going to keep it that way.
Are you? I thought you were a man of adventure. I thought you were a man of adventure, Hal. I enjoy a good stint on the karaoke.
Tell me one thing that I have ever done in the time I've known you that suggested I was a man of adventure.
I've seen you play five-a-side, mate.
Yeah, and that was a real adventure because you never knew where the ball was going to go. Yes, Nick is very much at the game. In fact, when it pans to the crowd, try and find him. He'll be wearing his In Good Nick mask. He's also wearing a Blade shirt tonight. Now he's really kindly. He's done a load of Sheffield United Way merch for me. We were going to do it to sell to you, dear viewer, but while we've got this case going on, we can't. So we've just got like all this stuff that we can't do anything with. Oh, I said, Adam, I don't want to keep going on about it, but
yeah, I could just see Nick on a entering into the ground now, having had a pitch outside the ground. You've got your burger van, and then you've got Nick selling your Sheffield United Way merchandise.
I'd love that. I would love Nick and I, back of a van, outside Bramall Lane, get your Sheffield United Way merch, hoodies, T-shirts. Adam, noise sound effect, please.
Ring!
There he is. Long-time freeloader. Keep it up, lads. Matt Barkley. £4.49. Why round up when you can round down? Matt, you are an absolute legend. Each and every penny, thank you, is going towards our legal costs. No, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I promise you that. If we get promoted, Hal, are you going to give us a song? Do you know what? I don't think anyone on earth would want that. Gary Sinclair has been very supportive, but can you imagine him bringing me on half-time? No one would want that. You'd have a bigger queue for pies in the toilet than you've ever seen at any other match. So there are no bad ideas except that one. So as I say, any support gratefully received. We are currently scanning the crowd on the TV shots to try and find Nick. The great thing is this one isn't red button. It's going to start imminently in 2 minutes, which means no red button. It means it's not streaming on the internet. It means Adam and I are going to be bang on level, which is poetry.
Absolutely. Nothing worse than when you're not level.
No, nothing worse. I mean, I've just thought of 6 things off the top of my head that are significantly worse. Let's have a look how much this is. £10 from New. Thank you, Adam. From New Whittington Blade. This is brilliant. You guys, you're making my night. We haven't even started yet. Anyone else who helps us like this, I just want you to know from the bottom of my heart, because of the amount of effort this is every night. I mean, February literally is every single day. Nick and I are working on the channel. I run the Twitter account as well. So if you get a chance to follow on Twitter at Sheffield United Way, that's a lot of work. You see how many tweets we go on there? Crazy. So yeah, and anything you do to help us is greatly appreciated. Right, Etheridge in goal, Colin, Mengi, Robertson, Pedersen at the back 4. You got 3 in the middle of Bakuna, Woods, and Gardner. Onel Hernandez, technically a winger, but can just play off the front 2, and that's what he's doing. The number 25 tonight, the front 2, the former Blades, Lyle Taylor, and always open Scott Hogan. Lyle Taylor, I remember he played very well just before. Was it Nigel Clough took over and scored 2 against Coventry, but for whatever reason didn't do enough?
Yeah, it was 2 against Coventry at Northampton, wasn't it? If I remember right.
Yes, at Northampton. Oh, Adam, noise.
Ring!
Phil Crooks. By the way, if you want Adam to stop the noise, you will have to give even more. That is £10. Legends. Thank you so much. This is really making my night already. Let's hope the Blades can just add to that. Right, let's also have a quick look then at the United team for today. We've got League One Wes in goal. We've got Bogle, we've got Bash, we've got Egan. We've also got that man, Ben Davies, back in the side. Very pleased to see him return. Perhaps, Adam, a little harsh, dropping Jackie Longthrow, would you say?
Perhaps, but if Ben Davies is fit, he plays every time.
I can't dispute that. Then, of course, you've got also in there that midfield, Norwood, Sanderberge, Fleck. Then we're looking at that man, Billy Sharp, and, of course, a generational talent in Iliman and Dye. If you would like to know the substitutes, and why wouldn't you, for the Red and White Wizards tonight, it's an interesting bench. I think a lot of people were speculating that David McGoldrick would actually start in this game, but he's on the bench alongside new signing Adam Davies. There is Ollie McChicken, Halrahan, who has taken a knock, so he's dropped to the bench. The new signing, are you saying good or good? Let's make the decision final.
I say good.
Good enough for me. Ball Dick, as Nick called him on the transfer video, and Daniel Jebberson. We'll call him in Good Dick, I guess, now, Adam.
He won't like that.
He won't like that. He won't like that at all. Lee Bowyer, the manager for the Blue Noses, has had an average season, 17th they lie in the championship. Genuinely, if you look at XG, and I'm not a big XG kind of guy because I'm not very clever and not good at numbers, Adam's his numbers guy. They are one of the unluckiest sides in the championship, and I say that with no axe to grind, and certainly I'm not sitting here as any kind of Birmingham City fan. If anything, the Birmingham fan I spoke to the other day gave me all the information about their protest. I put that on Twitter and I got a load of grief from other Birmingham fans saying it was wrong information. The lesson I've learned is don't believe Birmingham City fans. And that accounts for both of them, the ones that told me and the ones that said it was wrong. We are doing Birmingham versus Blades. We are doing a watch along. We are going to bring you up to date with things as they happen. If you can't be at the game, you can join us here on our Blades community. And I have to say, the ones that choose to do that over the just watching it on TV, I love each and every one of you. We are officially underway. That kickoff on screen that you can see means that we have just kicked off with the ball flying straight out for a throw. And Adam, we know Birmingham have many weapons. Their main one is the long throws. I'm not too worried about them, though, in their own half. Tell me what you are worried about for this game against Birmingham.
I'm just getting concerned. First 10 minutes is a worry. With the impending protests is how this game starts. That's a worry for us. I think it's catch-22. Do you let them go off to a good start, hope it doesn't happen? Or do you get 1-0 up? As we've got possession early on, the referee's blown his whistle.
Well, has he?
Given us a free kick. Yes, he has. He has.
Referee is Keith Stroud, 52, a man who loves a yellow card. Adam shaking his head, not a big fan. He's from Hampshire. He's taken charge of 22 games this season, issuing 92 yellows, 2 reds. He's only given 1 penalty. He refereed our 2-1 home win against Stoke in February. When was it?
September.
Yes, it was. Good memory. David McGoldrick had a big game then. Will he today? Oh, Carl, Adam, noise time.
Ring.
It is another £10. Thanks for all you do, lads. Really helps me with the mental health. Carl, you can always, as I've said this to other people before, you can always message me, mate. If you ever want someone to talk to or just listen, I'm pretty terrible at it, but I will always try. So, you know how to get hold of me, pal. Thank you very much. £10 will not be wasted. Right, Blades on the attack, as they've been for the last few games, kicking off well. It's on that right-hand side, crossed in. Let's give you a time check when we get to exactly 2 minutes. Billy Sharp not happy with the unnecessary RG and indeed Bargy from Etheridge. We're at 150. So, Adam, that right for you?
It is. Spot on.
All right. And as soon as we are exactly at 2, I will let you know in 5, 4, 3, 2, 2 minutes. We are 2 minutes on the clock. That was a weird way of doing it, but I think it made sense. We're at 0-0, and already Sheffield United are keeping Birmingham in their own half. Adam, you speculated that the start of this game was going to be key. Are you saying we're sort of talking 20 minutes into this game, we need to see constant Blades pressure?
Yes. I think we've got to get to 0-0, start well, not necessarily get in front, but yeah, like at Peterborough, just sort of dominate the game, always take the fans out of the equation. The protests, if they happen, they happen. We've got to go from there.
Absolutely, yeah. If they happen, they happen. Keith Stroud already sort of marking his authority on this game. You can tell just, if you don't spot a referee, they've had a good game.
Keith Stroud is ensuring that he's blown his whistle so they know what his whistle sounds like to distinguish it for 8 minutes' time.
I don't hate that at all. It's a bitty start. It's been throw-in central for this one. Now, Adam, are there any players specifically for Birmingham that worry you?
Always ex-players always worry me. They've always got a little bit of fire in the belly against us. So the front two.
Yeah.
Scott Hogan's got a point to prove. He did okay for us. I think he did okay for us, but obviously the time wasn't right to get him permanently. And Lyle Taylor, it's quite a long time ago now, but he's got a point to prove as well. And Lyle Taylor is almost one of the fans. I saw him in the crowd, sort of starting a little bit of stuff a few weeks back as well. I think he's a sort of a lad's lad, isn't he? And I think he'll be fired up for this one. I think he's got a few things to prove to Sheffield United.
And he's on loan from Forest. Still want to try and get a permanent move as the Blades have a corner. We're on 3:50. If you are just joining us, it's 0-0 here at St Andrews. We are providing you with your biased Blades alternative commentary on the watch along. Thanks to all of you that have financially supported already with Super Chats. It is John Fleck who's going to take this corner. On the right-hand side, it's a very busy box. Keith Stroud blowing his whistle. We don't even need the sound on. Shame he did, because ball was put in the back of the net by Billy Sharp, but I've got to say, pretty obvious that no one was challenging him. So
absolutely,
that one was never going to count.
Yeah, there's a lot of bodies. It's about 15 bodies, all sort of cuddling each other to keep warm on a cold night in Birmingham at the moment. Keith Stroud's trying to pick the pieces out of this, and he's going to blow for a free kick probably. But it's a chance for
Sander, I think it was.
Yeah, strong head needed from Sander Berge there. He should have thrown himself at it a bit more in my eyes.
I think you're possibly being a bit harsh, because just the bodies, as you said.
He comes through. Nah, he couldn't get up to that.
Nah, Etheridge gets the punch. You really are taking his head off if he did any more than that. And we don't need, and I've said this at the start, if you hadn't joined me for the beginning of this game, one of the things that worries me about this protest is whistles constantly blowing. Some players could stop, some could carry on, and that's when you get injuries. So that's something that worries me. We've got too many games coming up. We don't need injuries. Here's a thought, Adam. A way to try and get all the attacking creative players in, play one striker, and Dye and Morgan Gibbs-White as a two Duffies, if you like. Does that work for you?
Be interesting to see it. Would it work? You've got pace going away, so there's some potential in it. Depends who the one is. So are you going to go for Billy, which would be the logical choice, or Jebbo? You're going to bring him in and go sort of down that route? Or do you have a target man, Ollie McChicken, or even David McGoldrick up top to hold it and then get the other two lads running on? I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. I would love to see it. I think, Billy could probably do it. Billy's a bit of a tank. He can hold the ball up, and just having those two creatives behind. I'm just trying to find a way of getting them in their best position. It is still 0-0. We will let you know what happens. We are bang up to time. Of course, if we're ahead or behind, you can pause us. If you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on YouTube or even Twitch, you can pause. Ball's played forward. Birmingham looking to try and really mount their first meaningful attack, but it's overplayed. That's two passes they've overplayed straight to our main man, Wes. 7 clean sheets in 12 for him. Bash going to play that ball forward. It's going to be a really nice bit of interplay. Already on this right-hand side, we're seeing Bogle link up nicely. And here's Oliver Norwood really on form. We want to see if John Fleck can get his mark and stamp it on. He's one of the players that when he gets the ball, he can turn and run with it. And that's what I love about John Fleck. And the touch was a bit heavy, I have to say. If Bogle had cushioned that on his right, he's away, and you can start to build something on that right-hand side. Just got a little bit too much on it, overran it, and it went out for a goal kick on 7-0-7.
Do you think he's made that position his own then now, Al? Do you think George Baldock is the understudy to Jayden Bogle?
I said this when we were playing wingers, that I wanted to see Bogle tried on the right wing with Baldock behind, because I think we all agree Baldock's a better defender and Bogle's far better going forward. One thing that annoys me about Baldock is his crossing. It's so frustrating. So, yeah, at the moment, you can't drop a player on form, and Bogle is, since Reading away, really, Bogle's just been fantastic.
He has. And what do you think to Billy? Because he's trying to, I've noticed probably the last 6 months, he's been really trying to almost pick a fight every time he's playing. He's getting involved with Needle, which he didn't used to do. and it's almost like he wants to. That his way of getting him going or winding up the opposition fans, but he just seems to. I don't know. He seems a bit more aggressive than what he used to be. I just wonder.
I think it's those horrendous chants are really annoying him.
Okay.
I think he's really wound up. I think anyone who sings that wants to have a serious look at their life and their decisions. So I don't like those at all. And I know he doesn't. And I don't want this season to be synonymous with him doing that celebration, because he's doing that because of these awful chants. And when he looks back at those pictures, I'll remember the goal. Oh, this is brilliant play from 𝐿𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐴 Ndiaye. We'll come back to that thought. Knocks it past one. Can he get past Ryan Woods? It's a great bit of interplay. Here's John Fleck. Chance for him to show what he can do, building on that left-hand side. Maybe a little bit of ring rustiness there, Adam.
Yeah, he missed a chance to whip the ball across. I think after that first touch, it should have been in. Billy was waiting in the box. He just tried to get to the byline, and it was intercepted by Birmingham. Yeah,
and a sliced clearance from Basham causes a bit of panic at the back. Let's have a quick look at some comments. Russ, always good to hear from you. Hi, Hal and Adam. How are you both? I mean...
Very good, Russ. Very good, thank you.
Legal threats aside, all well. Thank you very much. Do let us know where you are in the world when you're commenting so we can give you a proper shout-out. A little bit of a heavy touch there from Lyle Taylor, but he does really well to win it back. He's not one that's hard to spot. If only every player had unique hair, I wouldn't have to look at the number on their back.
Yeah, quite a style, isn't it? He just needs some bright yellow boots or something ridiculous to go.
I thought at Derby he was the only one who actually looked like a ram. That's a free kick given.
That's very witty.
Well, you know what? My nephews found that very funny when I watched the game with them, and they are 4 and 6. So I think that says the level. When you spend a lot of time with children, you start telling jokes that work with children and not really with. Yeah, you get.
I've got a 4-year-old myself.
Well, exactly. So that's why you found that funny.
Yes,
we're at that level.
This is dangerous. This
is 10 minutes in. This is a free kick if you are just listening to us. Around about 30, 40 yards out. It's crossed in by Woods. It's not a bad one either. It's actually going to be one, but they're not enough on that from Pedersen, and it'll just drop into the grateful hands of Wes Foderingham.
It's been a very scratchy start, hasn't it? Neither keeper's been tested as yet. We seem to be, going a little bit longer than usual, but there's a chance now with Ndiaye needs to hold it up, but he's won a free kick.
I thought that was a heavy challenge, but very, very generous. Roberts there going in, I thought fairly, but Keith Stroud is not messing about, is he, tonight?
He's not. Get it out to Bogle, Ollie. The chance is there. Now he's missed it. There was a clear chance to ping that out to Jayden Bogle then.
Oh, he's overplayed that, and it's offside anyway, I think, there for Billy Sharp. One thing we should mention is we're at the 10th minute. We obviously haven't got the sound on here because we're providing you with the watch-alongs. If you have got the sound on, do let us please know in the comments if there's whistles still going, if the protests are affecting this game, if there's nonsense on the terraces. Please tell us in the comments. You can be our ears, dear viewer. No, Stuart, you don't want to know, and I'm not going to relay them on here, but they're very unpleasant, unkind, and most crucially, untrue. And I think we'll just probably leave it there. But not pleasant. And when you've been to these games, like I have, and you hear them firsthand, and you actually see people singing them, you just think that is absolutely awful. And sometimes football fans just don't help themselves, do they? There's a certain perception of football fans, and sometimes they just help perpetuate that, when I know most football fans are good, decent people.
Yeah, there's no need for it in the game.
No need for it.
No.
Oh, 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐴 Ndiaye, lovely back heel. But you know what? That was brilliant defending, because clearly it was read by the Birmingham defender, and it's another decent throw. This is good. I thought the throws were going to be all coming from Birmingham that we'll be talking about tonight, but taking quick throws, which is something I'm a big fan of, can actually really work in your favour. The whistles seemed quiet and stopped a while ago. Thank you very much. Now here's a chance on this left-hand side. Oh,
no,
did he, Adam? Did he delay?
Yeah, he's got to get the ball in there. You're in behind. You've got to get it past the first man there.
Agreed. RND. For you, has he made that left wing back position his own, or does Ender Stevens come back in and take it, or do you like to see Ben Osborne there?
I like to see RND in the role.
Fair enough.
And Ender dropped out for me. Showed glimpses of starting to come back. I wouldn't be too worried between RND and and Stevens. Wouldn't worry me too much, but I think stick with R&D for now. Ben Osborne.
He cost us, didn't he? Playing in that position, or maybe more left back against Birmingham on the opening day. I think Ben Osborne, as you know, everyone who watches this channel knows this. I think Ben Osborne is fantastic, but I don't think he is a left back or a left wing back.
Yeah, he's great, but he hasn't got a position to call his own. That is his problem.
Aaron Higgins, what minute are you on, guys? Good question. We are on 13. I'll tell you when we get 13:20. 13:20 now. 13:20. If we are ahead, you can pause us. Here's Iliman and Die after a bit of dilly-dallying. It's a wonderful bit. He's given us a penalty. He's got to give a penalty. He's only given one all season, but that was a blatant penalty. Absolute clear as day. And Keith Stroud has bottled it, Adam.
He has. That is a stonewall penalty. How has he not given that as a penalty kick?
14th minute. Adam, talk me through it.
So Undight, initially he was being held. He was being held outside the box. He got round the back of 𝐍𝐸𝐻𝐍 there. He goes into the box. His heels are clipped. He goes down. It's a penalty kick. Simple as.
100%.
I mean, he's just clipped. He's clipped his heel, and I sort of stuttered as his right foot sort of hit the back of his left heel as he's gone down, and that was all due to the clip.
So do you think that Keith Stroud has decided not to give that one because he thinks Ndiaye hit his own legs?
That's the only reason I can think of.
Do you think the fact that Keith Stroud doesn't give penalties as well, only given one, as I mentioned?
Well, not because he doesn't give them. I just think he didn't see that as a penalty, but it was a stonewall penalty.
Mengi has that look on his face of someone who knows he's just got away with one.
When the hands go, that's when you know.
Blades are on the attack again, though, and here's a chance for Ndiaye, in a way, to try and show that that's not going to bother him. Fleck, this ball back, finds its way to Ben Davies. Hasn't seen too much of the ball just yet. I think that what we'll look back on there is how key in the game that would have been. Drop us a comment as well. Do you think that was a penalty?
I think interestingly as well, I criticised that Peterborough perhaps could have gone down. As the replay comes on again, he's cut across him, and it's a penalty kick. I mean, Keith Stroud's got a good angle on it as well. I mean, he's in a good position to see that.
It's
but
clear as day, isn't it? Absolutely
it
clear as day. Comes across, and Ndiaye doesn't go down. I guess Keith Stroud doesn't know that Ndiaye.
But when Keith Stroud is there, look where he is.
Oh, great view.
Did Pedersen get across in front of him? Is that the only thing that he's not seen? Did Pedersen just run across in front of him? I don't know. But to me, it's a stonewall penalty.
And that would have been a perfect time to score. The Blades on top anyway. It would have silenced the crowd. I think it would have then been kick on and Blades win comfortably. As it is, Birmingham on the attack. That could come back to haunt us. Those are really unfair decisions, and it's the unfair decisions that come back to haunt you generally. Ben Davies does well, leaps high like a salmon. Oh, that's really good play from Ryan Woods, who is such a good player and such a crucial player for Birmingham City. I'm actually quite surprised that he is still playing for Birmingham when they tend to have fire sales with decent players. See Che Adams and Jude Bellingham for details.
Yeah, see Jude's his brother that's on the bench, Joe
Yes,
Bellingham.
that's absolutely right. It'd be strange, I suppose, if there was another Bellingham that wasn't related to him at the same club.
True. That's a foul on Norrington Davis, and that was nowhere near as worse as what the penalty that wasn't given.
Colin, of course, scored against us, didn't he?
Yes.
At Bramall Lane in the opening game of the season, where we were all full of vim and vigour, expecting the United to HMS we the league, and it hasn't been that way. And you look at the table, seeing United in 11th, there's absolutely no way I thought we would be on 40 points as things are, with this being a draw at the moment. Currently, I just thought we would be in that Fulham-Blackburn position.
Yeah, I mean, I expected us to be up there, but look at the run. So since Heckingbottom has taken over, it's 16 points in 7 games. So it's over 2 points a game, which is promotion form.
Promotion. And I wanted Paul Heckingbottom to get the job at the start of the season. I thought he did a cracking job at the end of last season. I made my point clear. I made it quite vocally. I was a lone voice by many. Here's Hernandez, a chance for Birmingham. They really haven't looked dangerous at all, and you know what that means. Here's Colin, who scored against United at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane. Hangs up across. Those are always quite hard to attack. It's going to fall to Hernandez. It fell kindly, but he didn't get behind that with any real conviction. And the man who was formerly with Chris Wilder's Middlesbrough, but he doesn't play wingers, so he got rid of him, fires it over.
Yeah, it was an opportunity, but he's just got completely underneath that, and a lovely 9-iron. Nearly gone for nearly nearly gone for a throw-in. Did it go for a throw? It did. It went for a throw. That's
it was that bad.
That's how bad it was. Was that Ollie Burke?
Do like him though as a player. I think he is a decent player. The feeling is in the comments that absolutely that was a penalty, cast iron, easiest pen in the world. Yet not a tricky one to actually give either. Andrew Booth, question: Championship and no VAR and decisions like that going against us, or Premier League with VAR that decisions take forever to review and still not given? I would rather, honestly, mate, that we just don't get them and there's no VAR.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. Just get on with the game. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah. I mean, that's football. That's the football we grew up with. I want football to be as close to the game you play on the park with your mates when it comes to the real thing. I don't like getting forensic with football. I don't think that's what the game's about. It's not American football, which I love, but it's a separate sport. And there's a reason I like that, because it gets me away from football. Here's Billy Sharp. Into that Birmingham half, does really well.
Send Bogle. Send him. No,
I think he's taken too long again, hasn't he, Bash? There. Oh, he's beaten his man. He's beaten his man twice.
Round.
I think they just took a little bit too long, as you suggested there, Adam.
Yeah, I don't think Bash got a bit of the Dave Cottrell's there. Thought he'd go around in circles 3 or 4 times before doing something with it.
You say Cottrell, I think of Peter Unlove whenever I see someone beat a man more than once.
Yeah. Both players played for Birmingham and Sheffield United. There you go.
Good shout. Now, Sander Berger needs to do something good with this one. Oh, it's 2 crosses from Sander that have not met their man. I'll call him Sander Berger, by the way, because people have less of a go at me. But I want it on record, and you know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're going to say.
It's Berge. It's Berge. It's Berge. Good.
They still found a Birmingham player, but it was a better idea to try and bring the ball back to feet. And if the Birmingham defender a bit harder, and it'd have gone on to Undai, and he could have had a shot on goal. But Norrington Davis now looking to get forward. He's got a lucky ricochet in his favour. But Billy's out wide.
Why?
I don't know.
Get in that box, Bill. That's where you need to be if you want.
He's gone in. He's gone in now. So Norwood's found Norrington Davis, who's cutting inside. He's going on a little bit of a run in the wrong direction. It's over. It was
overplayed to John Fleck.
Yeah, John Egan forward there. That's very advanced to what we've seen Egan before.
It is. Wrong. The wrong pass, Gromit. I think if the pass was on there for Birmingham, a chance to get Scott Hogan free, but it wasn't good. Not a kind pass either onto the right foot of the left-footed Wes Foderingham, so he slices it out. And here we are on 20:30, if you want a time check. 0-0. Stuart, always good to hear from you because you're a legend. Bengals or Rams? Okay, Adam's opinion on that. Adam, for the Super Bowl?
Oh, the Super Bowl? I've no idea, mate. Don't follow it.
I've booked a whole week off. I always do for the Super Bowl. 13th. Cannot wait. Obviously, if my Packers were in it, it would be slightly more enjoyable. I will say I want the Bengals to win, but I think the Rams will win. Long throw. We've got to watch for these long throws. Roberts and Pedersen both have extremely long throws. Roberts usually covers the right, Pedersen the left, or the other way around.
That was off one step. Sorry, when you think of long throws, you think of an extensive.
It's in the triceps. You don't need a long run.
But that's literally off one step. That's just like a bullet.
Well, count these steps for us from Roberts.
Right. Look, so he's there. He's going to be 1-2 steps through. Look, 1, 2, bang.
It's a hell of a throw, isn't it? Oh, it's dropped nicely. Really good foot away from John Fleck, who drinks Iron Brew. Roberts does brilliantly to just keep that ball alive, and it's won well by United. Roberts is going to see another bit of action, but again, he's tightly pushed over with that close, quite tight pressing and marking from United. They're doing really well to get onto Birmingham players as soon as they see that ball. It's really encouraging. Both sides like the press. We saw against Peterborough, a side who don't press, that they can leave a lot of space and leave it open, and the Blades exploited that. Well, Birmingham, not a side that will give you that kind of opportunity. It's only West Bromwich Albion who press more in this league, if you could kind of follow those kind of stats. And I find it very hard to know how someone does quantify how a team presses, but you know what I mean. Here's Iliman Ndiaye bursting away from that man Mengi, who's fouling him quite consistently.
Bring it back. He's waving play on because we've got the ball, but I think we're doing better with a free kick.
You give a free kick there because there's too many bodies around and no one's going to be able to do anything, and that's poor touch. Bogle needs to get into this game, Adam.
Yeah, it's either his touch has just let him down, it's gone ricocheted off and gone too far in front, or the ball has just been that too far in front of him or not played to him quick enough. So he was, should I stay, should I go there? The ball, if Bogle had gone straight away, would have been a fantastic ball, would have been in behind. But he's not had the ball early today, so he's just stopped, held back, thinking, I'm going to be caught offside here, and that breakdown of the attack.
You're wearing a signed shirt there tonight.
I am.
Yes. Who signed it?
Neil Warnock. A few are fading now. Yeah, I'm not sure. I think 𝐍𝐸 might be on there.
Got a bit of Lee Sanford action?
I think it's just slightly after Sanford. 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐝𝐍. I don't know. I'd have to have a look. It's a while since I've dug this one out, but because of the superb Dame Whitehouse podcast,
thank you,
also
sir.
Available on audio, I thought I'd wear this one today.
Action areas first half, as we see on screen, 52% in the Birmingham half, 32 in the middle, and it just shows the way this game is going. Only 16% in that Blades area, and that doesn't surprise me. We've done really well in this game, taking the game to the home side and forcing them, like we've done the last couple of away games, to play on the counter. That's how we should be doing it, and it's really interesting that that's how you do get out of a championship, and then when you get into the Premier League, you end up playing the other way. Football is bizarre, isn't it? That you can't really. There's only one season I remember it, and that was under Chris Wilder, first season in the Prem, where a team that got promotion carried on playing the way that got them promotion. I wish every team did it, because if it works for you, keep doing it. Here's Iliman Ndiaye going to turn his man, Mengi, who was literally man marking at one stage in this game. Here's Norrington Davis on that left-hand side. Back to Oliver Norwood with his ping. I don't know who he saw there, though.
No, he's put it straight out for a goal kick.
He's over-pinged it, Adam.
But for all the possession we've had and in the right areas, yet to really test the goalkeeper. Well, we haven't tested the goalkeeper tonight. Where at Peterborough, we were creating the chances. We've not done that. I don't recall a shot on target from either side.
Yeah, I would go along with that. There was that Billy Sharp offside header into the back of the goal. Is Sharp looking sharp, Matt? I would say he's been out wide a lot of this game. Adam, what would you say?
I'd say he's getting frustrated. He's wanting the ball. He's wanting to get involved. He's wanting to pick an argument with somebody, and nobody is willing to do that. You can see that he's starting to get frustrated at the lack of the ball. He wants a chance. He wants to do something meaningful. So he's coming to try and find the ball, and he wants to get involved in the game because he's not at the service.
Yes or no, in the comments, does Billy Sharp get a new contract extension? Norrington Davis going to take, thanks Adam, going to take that ball down on his chest, but he telegraphed exactly what he was going to do with that brilliant play from Iliman Ndiaye. One thing I love about Iliman Ndiaye, he's not just flair. If he loses the ball himself, he'll try and go back and win it, and he showed there. He's strong as well. Doesn't look strong, but he absolutely is. Wes has a massive kick on him. Absolutely, he does with that left foot. He needs to beat his lad to add more goals than him at the Mo. Yeah, yes to new contract. Yes. One more year. Obviously, I agree. Adrian, build the statue. Good warming up on for Bash. Yeah, Bash took a knock to the head straight away in this game. And I have to say, Bash is another one that is a bit like Billy. I think it's a no-brainer, which is a term I hate, to be honest, for getting a renewed contract. Adam, I'm sure you agree.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. I mean, those two are Mr. and Mr. Sheffield United.
Mr. and
in their own different way. In their own different ways.
Yeah, because Bash isn't a born Blade, but he's certainly become a great servant to the club, and build the statues for both.
Yeah, I see Billy and different position, sort of not coming back, but I see Billy ending his career a la Phil Jagielka for Sheffield United.
Well, Phil Jagielka hasn't ended his career.
I know, but in that style,
someone who has.
No, but what I mean is dependable. So he's not going to play every week, but he can come in and you know that he can do a job. He's not going to play 46. He's not going to play 46 games. He's not going to play 46 games, 90 minutes. But he's dependable and still offers something. So you've got to give Billy Sharp a contract.
Yeah, I don't mind that shout at all if we get promotion, because you wonder how many games he'd get in the Premier League. I do. I want to get promotion. Financially for the club, I think Sheffield United need promotion. The realist in me says if I was loading up a league of Football Manager, I wouldn't want to manage this Sheffield United side in the Premier League. And that's not being disparaging. I just think a lot of work still needs to be done. Lyle Taylor getting involved in a bit of nonsense there with Wes. That's classic Lyle Taylor.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to give him a cuddle.
Well, it's that kind of night. It's chilly, and body warmth. Huddle up. It's a survival tactic, but let's just get on with the game, lads. Wes, I think, not only has a good kick on him, as Aaron said earlier, he's got an accurate kick on him with his left. With his right, it's his chocolate foot, and it'll just go to pieces in the box. Unfortunately, his own box. So just put it on his left.
Absolutely, that's a foul.
It is a foul. Clear as day. I hope Bash is all right. Concussion protocol in the championship is sometimes absolutely shocking. Berger also, speaking of shocking, hasn't seemed to find a red and white shirt.
Go on, Bash. He looks all right here.
That's great play from Bash. Leave him on. Oh, it's a decent ball. Berger again. It doesn't find a red and white shirt. The poor lad. He's not had a great start to this game, and I want him to because I thought he was going to be the star of the season.
So did I. But he's still with us, so let's see what he can do. But Bash is quite far forward here, which is good to see.
That's it, Sander. Brilliant pass. Could this be one that sets up a goal? Bogle! It's to no one.
Yeah, it was. Neither was shot nor across. He was caught in halfway house there and ultimately just passed it to the goalkeeper.
So Scott doesn't agree with you, Adam, about Reece Norrington-Davies. From what I've seen from Reece Norrington-Davies this season, and that's every single game, Adam, I'm not going to be unfair to you here, but I'm not necessarily in agreement with you.
That's fine.
Well,
you never have to be in agreement with me, Hal. You never.
No, that's true. It's better viewing actually if we're not always in.
Like I said, I said you kind of bitch out Heckingbottom in, and 95% of people disagreed with me. So
you did. I did that video. Basically, I always decide I wanted Heckingbottom before we gave it to Slav, but then once we gave it to Slav, I decided to back the man because that kind of made sense. Just back whoever's in the position. But realistically, I didn't want it to go to Slav anyway. If you're interested, there were no serious bids for Sander Berger. Two clubs had talked to his representatives and they wanted permission to enter into talks, but United rejected it as only a loan with no loan fee was on the table. We are getting a sum towards 𝐍𝐸𝐫𝐝𝐸's wages, and there is a bonus if Salernitana stay up. So I guess we're all rooting for Salernitana.
Yeah, that's an interesting one moves going for me. Especially, I mean, as it happened with Brewster getting injured, and that guaranteed that Jebbo was coming back. But would Jebbo have come back had Brewster stayed fit? I guess only one person will know that. Oh, you're saying no, so...
No, I know that for a fact.
Fair enough.
Because of who I've spoken to about it. So that wasn't going to happen. But Brewster getting injured, forced the hand, and Jebbo was given assurances that he'd been involved in the first team shake-up. I think the one player I really feel sorry for is Kai Gordon, who's now out of the squad altogether. Okay, here's a chance for the Blades. On 30-42, if you want a time check. That's a really nice play. It's John Fleck. Lays it out to this right-hand side for Sander Berge. The ball is crossed in. Not bad at all. Billy Sharp, let's get something on this. Oh, it's fallen unkindly. He's done really well at die at the second bite. But tell you what, that first touch let him down. Cam Norrington-Davies. He's taking it straight out there.
Oh, he's hit the bar.
No, it went out.
It went out and in. It went out and in.
It went out. That's not good enough from Reece Norrington-Davies there. Talk me through this action, though.
So the cross has come in and Billy realises he's not going to get a meaningful shot on goal, and Dyett sort of come off his shoulder. He's tried to get it under control and just can't get it out of his feet to get a strike away. But sensible head back from Billy, realised he wasn't scoring from there. But yeah, he just couldn't get out of his feet quick enough. And then on the second effort, we saw Norrington-Davies disappointingly running it out behind before I got unnecessarily overexcited that the ball had hit the bar.
You did. But you know what? That's what we love about you. You play your cards very close to your chest. Let's go look at some of the comments. Adrian Sanders, just so slow. I have to say, I agree with that. He does slow the play down. It's something Nick has said before on his match reaction. I'm doing the match reaction today. Wish me luck, because last time I did a match reaction, all the comments just said, how could you forget this? How could you forget that? Well, I'll tell you what, because I'm nearly 40, Lynn, and I forget everything nowadays. So look forward to that. That'll be me. Nick is amazing at match reactions. It is absolutely his element. I don't know how he remembers so much of a game. I forget everything. I did a first half review for Peterborough and I missed the one-on-one with Wes. I missed the Egan header. I missed a chance for Billy. I just talked about my hair. I'm awful. So anyway, look forward to that.
You need something to talk about as well, though, Hal, because all you've got at the moment is, well, a lot of possession, but no real end product.
I've made a few notes, and it says definite penalty not given, which if you did miss that, Keith Stroud bottled it. Keith Stroud, the referee tonight, has given 1 penalty all season. Clearly doesn't like giving pens. Cast iron pen. He had a great view of it. Foul in the man and Die. Since then, and Die's been well up for it. Here's Reece Norrington-Davies. Oh, he had a chance to knock it and keep going there. What will he do? He's now got 2 men on him. I think the ball's run out again. It's not great play, that. He had an opportunity there, I think, to just knock it and run.
He has. I'm just looking here. He's given us a free kick.
Well, maybe that was for the push in the back of Reece Norrington-Davies. It was very soft. There's been a couple tonight that Keith Stroud has given in favour of the Blades that have been soft, and we saw that right from the outset. Do let us know in the comments what is going on with the crowd if they are still blowing whistles.
No, that's a terrible ball in, Ollie. That's not your best.
Yeah, Oliver Norwood's played really well these last few games. That, though, was a very, very poor free kick, and we don't want to return to Oliver playing badly because, as you know, Adam, that means the Blades play badly. Yeah,
I mean, we need to rely on his, especially in games like this, when chances have been at a premium, we need that magical ball to come in and just create that opportunity.
Absolutely. That's why that penalty decision is so key, because this is a 1-0 game, really, by the standard of play and the way that the pattern is playing out. As we hit 34, bang on the nose, if you want to get level with us. By the way, if we're ahead, you can pause on YouTube. You can pause on Facebook, and we're also streaming on Twitch. So do that if you need to.
So we're playing it short down the left-hand side to Norrington-Davies, but everything in the right seems to be going quite long. And
that makes sense,
Bogle
though.
Out of the game.
No, I think the idea is get Bogle in behind.
Okay.
This is poor play from the Blades. They've given the ball away sloppily. As you can see from Birmingham's passing, theirs is not that crisp. And once again, just as I say it, commentators curse, but in the right way. Juninho Bacuna tried to play in Lyle Taylor, but he really overplayed that.
He did. But there was too much space for my liking in the midfield. No challengers going in. It sort of just stood off. I mean, thankfully, it's a poor ball. But if that ball had been to Taylor's feet and he'd been able to turn, there'd have been problems there.
Oh, huge problems. And that's the sort of difference between the Championship and the Premier League. In the Premier League, that's straight to feet. There's just not those kind of mistakes. This is a little bit better from the home side. Can they make something happen here? I thought that was a brilliant piece of defending there. Absolutely superb. One of the best things we've seen from RND. Iliman Ndiaye is making life difficult for himself. He's going to get that free kick, though. Wow. Yeah, great tackle.
Yeah, he went down early, feet down, and just hooked his legs round. It was the timing of the challenge which was good, because if he'd have stayed on his feet a bit longer and gone in, it'd have probably been a free kick against, because the referees don't like those sort of challenges so close. So, no, good tackle.
Yeah, a good refereeing from Keith Stroud. I think you have to give praise where praise is due, and he didn't fall for it. He recognised it was a really good hook round the legs challenge, but only had eyes for the ball. And this is such a scrappy game. I'll maintain that 1 goal is going to win this, Adam.
Brave. I think there's more goals in this than 1.
Okay. You know what? One thing I like about Iliman Ndiaye, he's got legs like Bambi, and that's why people think he's not strong. But if you ever watch any of the videos that he did on YouTube with his dad, which has been filmed since he was 8, you see his dad has been working on his strength since he was a child. He used to make him run around the park with a parachute on.
Really?
Yeah. So if you want strong legs, that'll do it. So yeah, he is a tough lad, and he'll give it back. People think they can kick him because he's small. He'll give it back. And you know, something else that's small and tough? An ant.
Why am I laughing at that?
Well, it's true, isn't it? Also, they've got alcohol in their blood, ants, so they never freeze. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
And they never stop moving till the day they die.
Then I also found out the other day that bananas contain alcohol. So,
is that right?
Apparently so.
I'm going to stop eating bananas. I'm teetotal. Alan Bergpaw for me. Sorry, mate. I've got to agree. Absolutely right, Alan. He's had a shocker. Here is RND, Adam's favourite player.
I didn't get that.
Adam, you're going to have to pick a new player, mate.
I didn't say he was my favourite player.
It took a deflection there for that. I must admit, I thought that cross initially went straight out, but I reckon it took a little nick, which is in good Nick's nickname when he gets out of the bath.
Talk about changing my words.
That's what this stream's all about.
You asked me, do I prefer him or Stevens, and now he's suddenly my favourite player.
You got his name on the back of your shirt.
That's obviously not that price. Christ.
I know, I'll tell you what, you'd have to remortgage the house getting his name on. Right, it's a corner on this left-hand side. Oliver Norwood's going to take it on 38 minutes. Oh, it's punched away. by Etheridge, and that will be a throw-in on the right to the Blades. We're on 37.45. Pause us if we are ahead. Something you can do nice and easy on YouTube. Always good to have people joining us from around the world as well. And you shout out to all of you wherever you happen to be. And if you've helped us with the super chat, you've really helped us at the moment. We need all the help we can get. And you've been tremendously supportive. Thank you. It really will help with our running costs. It's very expensive to run all the things we do, the audio podcast, YouTube, StreamYard. Here's a chance on that right-hand side. Oh, it's taken a deflection there from that cross. I think he was trying to bring it across and hit the legs of the defender, and it's ended up going backwards. That was maybe, again, just taking slightly too long to get that ball across. And one thing that Sander, if he'd been in that position, does is he drills it low, and a lot of other players like to float crosses in. I prefer a low-driven cross, but only if it meets a blade's foot.
Absolutely. But the stats have just come up on screen, and I think that says it all.
Birmingham, 2 shots.
Birmingham, 2 shots. Blades, 0. On target, 0 and 0.
So this one from Andrew Booth for you, Adam. RND, Stevens, or Lowe next season?
Well, if the Max Lowe comes back and plays like he did at Nottingham Forest,
not like he is.
Then it's that Max Lowe. But it's always going out on loan and doing it for a different team. We didn't see the best of Max Lowe in a Sheffield United shirt. So it's Stevens or R&D to start at the moment. But pre-season brings different things. Obviously, it depends what division we're in. Could have a big effect on things as well. But Stevens or R&D at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a bit of a poor challenge from both Blades players there, Norwood and Fleck, not really wanting it. Gardner did want it. That's a case of just being stronger and braver. Here's Onel Hernandez.
Don't let him run in at you.
Do not let him run. That's really good defending, I have to say. Reece Norrington-Davis has done so many things defensively right, but my questions over him are offensively.
Agree.
Here's Colin. Poor touch, that's a Blades throw. All day and twice on Fridays.
We could do with one before the break here, Hal.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we're going to get it. I think they need to get resorted. This actually hasn't worked. This I'd love to say it had, but this burger change hasn't worked.
No. How much has Howrahan got in him? Has he got 45 minutes in him?
The thing is, you've either got 90 minutes in you or you haven't as a professional footballer, and I cannot really understand it. And if he's injured, as I say a million times, if you're injured, you shouldn't be on the bench.
No. But the speed that Sander Berge is moving at, then Horahan, even if he has got a little bit of a knock, he's passing in his vision. It could unlock something.
I want Howrahan in if he's fit, definitely.
Yeah.
The way he's playing at the moment, players on form. Max and Colin is putting that ball in from that right-hand side, again, a floater. And here's Lyle Taylor, the man that for Birmingham they'd want in that Troy Deeney position. He's out injured, but he's out wide, as Billy's been most of this game. Roberts will do well to nod that one down. Colin will try and keep things alive. Oh, wow. That's an interesting decision. Goes all the way back to Mengi and looks for a few options at the back. Decides to just play it to his defensive partner. And Birmingham are finally finishing this half a little bit stronger. And that's a decent header on. If Hogan can get onto it, Hogan always open.
Sensible defending, though. Just win the ball, put it out, risk-free. Not try anything silly like a back pass or anything. Just... That's a little bit of experience from Ben Davis that he showed there.
Fleck not been in the game either. Would you say that's fair?
He's not been in the game now. I was saying it was sensible by Ben Davis, but the ball's
coming
in like a bullet.
Oh, get the ball out for a corner rather than a throw. I've been saying it all game because Roberts and Pedersen have both got long throws on them. That means they've got both sides covered. It's a decent ball in. Wes has dropped it. And he's still alive. It's a shot from the edge of the box, but it's a really bad one leaning back. And that for Pedersen, it shows he's all good with his arms, but not so much with his legs. That was a mess from Wes. The last time he had a poor display was in the Midlands against Wolves. And that one, for me, he just made the wrong decision.
He just got under it too much, didn't he?
Yeah,
came out too far, and he almost looked like trying to catch something which he wasn't going to catch. So that maybe should have been just tip it behind for safety first, because that could have fallen disastrously. But we've got away with it. So
yeah, but they're finishing stronger, aren't they? They're finishing stronger, and I don't like to see it.
Oh, Billy got muscled off too easily there. But yeah, they're playing this little ball in behind.
They're liking it now. I think Birmingham have
They are.
discovered a way of playing, and Scott Hogan is going to keep things alive with Onel Hernandez, who really, now he's drifted onto this right-hand side, is looking the player that I think we feared he was, the Norwich man. And that's a decent ball in. It's going to be defended really well. And, I think Undai should have jumped for that.
He should. It was a good head out by John Egan, though.
Well done, Illiman and Undai. Brilliant
That's a
tackle.
great challenge. Right now, there's a chance to break Flecky go. It's just too slow again.
That's the wrong ball from both of them, wasn't it? Yeah. When
it was,
Billy
Undai's
screaming
further
for
back. Yeah, and that's just a poor touch from Berge. Dear, oh dear, that's like alehouse football. Touch like that. He was nearly in Villa Park. It was that heavy, that touch. God dear.
Undai, though, great challenges. I think it's something that we need to recognise is in his game. Sanders just not ready. He doesn't look match fit.
He doesn't. It looks like he's walking in glue.
He looks like he's running in sand covered in treacle.
Yes, he's not been in the game. I think his time will be up at half time.
I don't think it will be, because the only way he's going to get fit, match fit, is to play matches. And we know he's a class act. So it might be a case of, well, keep him in it to the hour mark, see if he starts to play his way into the game.
Mm-hmm. I'd make a change. I think
I would too, but what I'm doing is speculating on what I think will happen, not what I want to happen.
Okay.
We'll see. I mean, Heckingbottom, does he make changes at half-time traditionally? Not really.
No, that's offside. So probably just see this through to the break at 0-0 now. Minimal added time.
Adam, one thing you can guarantee with Sheffield United this season is you don't need to watch the first half.
Well, yeah,
give me a first half when we've been winning.
There's been a couple.
There have, but I can't remember any of them. Even Peterborough, when we put 6 past them, was 1-1 at half time.
It was. That is true.
We're not great. We're not the entertainers in the first half. Just watch the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good point, because the amount of times we've been level at the break, because for my fans react where I generally like my first half spot, which people muscle in on, but my first half spot is my favourite. It's my favourite part. But the amount of times I said, Annie, it's opponents 0, Blades 0, over to somebody else for hopefully a bit more excitement. Yeah.
Well, doesn't look like there's going to be any excitement Sheffield United's direction with the end of this half. Maybe Birmingham are going to nick a goal before we get to the break, with Lyle Taylor trying to find that man out wide, Hernandez, but it's read really well. Defensively, Reece Norrington-Davis has had 3 fantastic pieces of play in this first half that I have really, really enjoyed. Just haven't seen it from him offensively. I remember Luton away early on in the season. I said to Nick, this boy can't cross. And Nick said, that's very harsh. And I made a big fight.
Yeah.
I won.
Well, that's a great ball. No, it's too low.
No,
that would have been a good ball.
It'd been a good ball had it not been a bad ball. I mean, you can say that about anything.
It's a good idea. But this is... actually got the half time.
That conversation we just had there was just like when Adam and I used to watch football live together. Do you remember the good old days when we actually used to go to games?
I do.
We've got old, haven't we?
We have.
Life's got in the way.
Yeah, God.
Me and this guy used to go to every single game as we hit half time. Adam, I'll just throw a question at you. Of all the games we went to together, what was your favourite?
Wow, that is... I think you know which one I'm going to go for.
I do.
4-2?
Brighton away.
Not that 4-2.
Brighton away, you're thinking?
Yeah, absolutely.
It had to be, didn't it? The Withdean?
Yes.
Yeah, so if you don't know this one, Blades, this was a game where everyone around us left. We were 2-0 down?
We're 2-0 down. There was 2 guys just to the side of us or slightly behind.
Inebriated, I believe.
Had a lemonade or 7, and saw that Carla Saba was coming on. Friend of the channel, Carla Saba, saw that he was coming on, and words of, "Oh dear, I don't quite agree with that decision. I'm departing this ground." And
very much exactly like that. Yeah.
And Saab's got a hat trick. And then the funny side to that story was we found out after the game is that the lads had come on a coach. So they had to wait for the coach outside the ground. So why not
sit in the coach anyway. Great days. Let's say Ohio, as they say in Japan. That's Japanese for good morning. To a man in Ohio. It is Robert, a.k.a. Captain Kosa, or do you say C-O-S-A?
Kosa. Yeah, I pronounce it. I guess I was about to say it out, but that's you spell it out. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing?
Well, better for seeing you and that magnificent hair.
Thanks. I did it up just for this, and then I had to go outside and shovel like 6 inches of snow, and so I was afraid it was going to fall all back down.
Did you see my hair at Peterborough?
Yeah. I was actually that's what I was going for. You know, the like windswept, you know,
and interesting. Yeah, the Jetsons. I want to give a shout out to 𝐍𝐸 Ellison, who is an artist who came and very kindly kept me company for that game because I was on my own. And I always am on my own these days when I go to Bramall Lane. And, a lot of people have a go at me, Robert, because I don't always go every game anymore because it's a 400-mile trip, which I know is nothing for you in America and Australians as well. They have no problem with journeys this long. The problem I have with it is now I'm going to games on my own. It's just really boring. The drive there and the drive back, I'm so bored. I love the game. Don't get me wrong. It's the drive there and the drive back. That's it. That's all it is. And I think, what am I doing with my life?
Yep. No, there's definitely something to be said about like going to a match with people, with friends, family, whoever. That atmosphere. Obviously, once you're in the game, the crowds, you get into that it obviously gets better. But when you can talk about it afterwards, or you can like talk about the build up to the match. Definitely more enjoyable.
We don't do tailgating, mate, when you do come to Bramall Lane, so don't get your hopes up about anything like that. So Jebbo for Fleck ASAP says, Joshua, thoughts?
I expect to see Daniel Jebison at some point in this game. Would not expect a halftime change, as you mentioned. Heckingbottom not one to make halftime subs. 60-minute mark, that's when I think we'll see something interesting. I agree. It's going to be one of our midfielders coming off to put on Jebison. I don't think we're going to take off Sharp for Jebbo. But also, like, we only have one striker, I would say, because Njai's been playing as an attacking midfielder with a second striker, Rian Brewster, primarily these last couple games. So this game's been interesting because I think are having Njai still play off a Sharp with Berga on one side, him on the other, and it's just not really working.
It's not working, is it? It's not working at all. And Sander, God, I want him to play well. 2 years ago, we signed this boy, and I was so excited. I was like, this is actually an amazing signing for Sheffield United. We don't make amazing signings. The last amazing signing we made was Don Hutchison. And then we're signing this guy, a proper player that everyone in the world of football is interested in. Yep. And there's a case to be made, and don't take this the wrong way. There's a case to be made that Sander Berge is our worst ever signing.
Yeah, I definitely, like, we've had good games. We've had the glimpses, the little performances. He scored a goal. He's gotten a good assist. But on the whole, for the expectation that we had of him to where he's actually performed, that gap by far is probably one of the largest gaps at least as far as I've been watching the Blades.
Stuart, I don't know if any US Blades have gone over for a game. Robert, do you know of any?
I know the Red Half of Sheffield guys who do the podcast were planning a game or to attend a game right before the COVID shutdown. And I know something's in the work for them this year. Don't know if they'll make it over. But that's the only folks I know of who are at least looking at going over from the US currently.
Yeah, it's a shame about what COVID has done to their plans. They did tell me about that. I do like the Red Half of Sheffield. If you get a chance to listen, I love hearing Chad, particularly with his pronunciations of really anything, because they're always wrong, and he will always sort of reinforce Noah. So you'll hear a sort of a Salernita, and I go, yeah, you got that. It's just totally wrong. There's some interesting comments about Sander. Now, what I want to make clear is when I said that there's an argument that he's the worst signing, he's a great player. He's a fantastic player. It might just be that he hasn't worked with the Blades system. That's not his fault. He's a great guy. He's a great player. He was brought in at a time when the Blades were going only one way, up. He came in, and I feel like it just disrupted things. That's not his fault. but it changed the way we played because he didn't play that style. He'd never played that style before. We had John Lundstrom on incredible form. Think what you like about John Lundstrom.
Yeah.
He was in good form at that time. Berger came in and Lundstrom was dropped. I think from that moment on, Lundstrom then got a strop on, which could have affected the entire atmosphere at the club because we couldn't get rid of someone who was unhappy and possibly being disruptive. I don't know if he was. He might not have been. He might have been a great guy. But from that point onwards of signing Sander, things just changed a little bit. It just got that sense that things weren't quite the same. Again, not his fault. And then we tried to find a system that would work for him. And I don't believe even today we've found that system. As you've said, 2 attacking midfielders, not meant to be, but Ndiaye is dropping off as a striker, and so is Sander. And is Sander a holding player who likes to... I mean, initially when we signed him, he was a defensive midfielder who likes to play in front of a back four. Well, forget that, because that's not ever something that Sheffield United have ever played. So now we're playing him in an attacking role, but he's drifting out onto the right.
Yep, it's very bizarre. He almost, like, when you see him take the ball, when he dribbles down that right-hand side, he looks great. And you're like, man, this guy could take on the world. He does amazing things. But then either the other players catch up to him and it's just a bad cross. Again, I mentioned he loves this low cross, which not a lot of our players do. And,
I like it too.
Right. And it
Sometimes.
definitely has it has its place. Obviously, as soon as you find your target in the box, it's like easy tap in. Versus having to get a head on it, and headers are all kinds of, coin tosses. Unless you're, someone tall and strong like Ollie McBurney should be. But that style is like fits one system and it fits one type of play. And right now we're a system where we pass around the back. We rely on either a good cross from a wing back on the byline, or we're relying on a good ball floated over the top from Norwood. And a Berge dribble doesn't fit into that system. We saw glimpses, again, they're always glimpses of him, Basham, and Bogle linking up really well a few games ago, and I'm blanking on which game it was. But the three of them kind of created a triangle where they moved the ball up, and Basham overlapping, Bogle was working really well. But today, when Bogle isn't playing at his best, Berge isn't playing at his best, Basham hasn't been able to make those overlapping runs because he's needed to kind of stay back a little bit more defensively. You don't have a striker further forward on that right side pushing the line like Rian Brewster has done. And now you see where the system falls apart, where Berge doesn't have a spot, a role, a fit for the way we have to try to play right now with the other personnel we have.
Adam, I know you didn't get all of that, but your thoughts on Sander Berge and if he fits in the system?
He's been very disappointing, hasn't he? I think long term, yes, he can.
Definitely.
Long term, but he's not up with the pace of this league, and that's the problem. And we need sort of instant results. So can we afford to? I mean, I know I said I bring him off at half time. You give him a bit longer to get him match fit. Can we afford to spend that time getting him match fit?
He's class. He's possibly ability-wise and technically the best player at the entire club. And I think it's very important that people understand that I highly rate Sander. And as I've said, and I can't say this again, it's not his fault that he doesn't fit into a Sheffield United system. We signed him. He didn't write to us and say, please, can I play for you? I think I'll fit in your system.
Yeah.
We scouted him and said, you'll work in. I don't know why. There were players we could have spent that money on that are not as good as him, but would have fit into our system better.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
I think long term he will work. I'm just of the view is if he's building up to match fitness, 45 minutes today, it's not worked. Change it. Go back to what worked at Peter. Bring Howrahan on. That's the change that I would make at half time. And then let's grab the game by the scruff of the neck and get 3 points because they're there for the taking.
They are there for the taking.
We're at Birmingham City. We've not won it since 1999. We've got a chance of winning at Birmingham. The game is there for the taking, and that's what's frustrating because as it stands at the moment, you would say this is 2 points dropped again at the moment. That's how I see it. And that might sound harsh because neither side has really tested the goalkeeper, but this is a great opportunity. Dropped. If I was a Birmingham fan, I'd be saying exactly the same the other way. Is that a real chance to get into Sheffield United as well?
Robert, we dropped points at Preston. Mm-hmm. So now this is a game, maybe, where we don't play quite so well and win, and then it's like we're level where we should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I will always play, the game of like every drop point is a point we should have had, and if we get 3 points, those 3 points we should have had. So I'm never going to go and say we played bad and got more points than we deserved. We're not that team. We're a team who should be getting 3 points on almost every week. And so when we don't, that's the kind of like drive I want this team to have. I don't want them to settle for, yeah, we played bad, so we're just kind of making up for points lost, dropped, or whatever. But I can see that mentality, that, okay, we're at least a little bit back where we should be. We still have all these games in hand that we're going to be starting to play more and more of. So naturally, we should be climbing up this table. Playoff push, I think, is the minimum for this team. At the beginning of the year, we said it. There was a while where we're like, oh, gosh, it'd be great to just survive. We're back to, I think we should all expect and deserve a playoff push.
Completely agree. Yeah. Let's just go back to this one. That's a fair point, Hal. My point on Sander Berge, but I'm just going to call him Berger. Stick to that. I'll just call him Sander. If he doesn't fit into our system, how can we play him? I mean, Alan, that is a tricky one for me to answer because I'm not the manager. I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Would I have signed Sander? Yes, because if a player like that becomes available, and you've got the money, why wouldn't you sign a player like that? But also, I would properly have scouted him. And I know the club did. But I certainly wouldn't have handled it the way he was handled. He was thrown straight in that Palace away game. And I felt that was really unfair on John Lundstrom. Think what you like about John Lundstrom. It's just not the way I would ever do things. And I said the same about other players, far better players. I always think you play someone on form. You don't just... So Robin Olsen, when he came in, Wes was dropped. I said it at the time. Totally unfair. You keep the player in form and the other player has to fight to win it. We didn't do that with Sander, so we haven't seen that fight. Now he's got to fight for his position. And he's actually not showing it. He's not showing that he's desperate because he feels like he's in a league below where he should be. And he probably knows there was some interest in him over the window and there will be interest in him in the end of the season. So we've missed that opportunity to get a bit of fight in the belly. And that's concerning. Make sure you like the video. See, Nick, even at the game, working hard or hardly working? Working hard. Robert, what do you think second half? What's going to happen?
I think we're going to. I still stand by my prediction of 2-0. Like Adam said, we're a second half team. You can ignore the first half of like all these games, and you're not missing anything.
A wise man once said.
And honestly, I think the change that needs to happen at some point, again, it probably won't happen right away, but at some point we need to get Jebbison on. We need to get another striker. And maybe it's McGoldrick, maybe it's McBurney, somebody, because we're missing right now 2 pure out and out strikers. And that's what we had for a brief moment with Rian Brewster playing well next to Billy Sharp. We don't really have that right now in this formation, this setup with 2 kind of more attacking midfielders in 𝐍𝐸 and Berge. So that's the change I think we need to make to be able to go and grab all the points today. Who you take off in the midfield, Fleck, Berge, I don't really care. Both of them need game time. Both of them need to build up some match fitness again. But yeah, that's the change that needs to happen. Get another striker on there.
Should we get Nick on speakerphone with his halftime thoughts? Isn't he on this channel enough? That's shocking that the Birmingham channel's got more likes than this one. Honestly, you lot are a disgrace. By the way, just let me roll that back slightly. Thanks to all of you that have donated to the channel tonight with Super Chat. It really is appreciated. If you wanted help us with our running costs, please do support us. You can also hit join, which is next to subscribe on YouTube, and pay £4.99 a month, which is the very smallest amount we're allowed to ask for. But it really, really helps with StreamYards, YouTube, the audio podcast, the merch, which we sell and then can't keep the money for. It all really, really helps. And one thing that I know with Nick, and he says it usually to me when I'm just about to drift off to sleep, he'll whisper, always watching. And I'll just shoot bolt upright, and then he's not even in the room. That's absolutely terrifying. They're going to be coming back soon. So, Robert, what do you want to see? Who do you want to see on during the second half? Give me your 3 subs in order that they come on.
First, I'd like to see Jebbison. I wouldn't mind an appearance from Goody, however we're going to say that.
Definitely not Goody. I don't think that's even a suggestion.
But Davies, because he has an E. So Goody,
yeah, but it's not the last. It's not the last letter.
Oh, okay.
Davies, is it?
American English. I don't know. If there's an extra letter, I gotta say it.
It could be good, or it could be
Oh,
good.
Okay. Anyways, you're supposed to not change a back line if you're winning, or if you're playing well. So I can understand not seeing him play. But again,
you bring
a new
Jack
signing.
Robinson back in.
Right, man on form, long
the
throws.
man on form. Yeah.
No. And then honestly, it's probably going to be another striker. We love switching around our strikers. In 𝐍𝐸, if he can't play the full 90 minutes, putting on McGoldrick or McBurney for him would probably be the third sub I expect to see.
Robert, go away. It's the second half. Thanks, Robert. Great to see you again.
Take
we
care,
are back
lads.
underway. Cheers,
Rob.
buddy. Leave you to your snow shoveling exploits. It is 45. I'm not good at numbers. 45:25 on the clock. You can pause us if we are ahead. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're maybe watching on Twitch, and then you can get us level 55-40 in 3, 2, 1. 45-40. There we go. Thanks, Adam. Chance for Birmingham. Oh, what a stinging drive on the edge of the box. And it was blocked and headed away. And that was danger early biscuits in this second half with that really good effort there from number 41, a sub for Birmingham, I believe. Who's number 41, Adam? Was it 21? Sorry, it was Bakuna, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Told you.
They're getting into a second half. They've come out with some real fire in the belly. They've been told, get at Sheffield United. You can see that, but we're going forward now. That's a great ball. Billy Sharp.
Penalty! A blatant penalty. Will he give his second penalty of the season? Keith Stroud? No. Was it offside? Keith Stroud's not even entertaining that one. Was it offside?
It must have been offside.
Billy's off.
He is off.
And Sanders off. Did the flag go up? Yes, it did.
Yes, it did.
Would it have been a penalty, Adam, had the flag not gone up?
Let's have a look. Yes. Yes.
Probably, I think, is what I would say about that. I mean, Billy knows it's coming. I think he plays for it. That one is less of a penalty than the Untitled one.
That was a very clever... That view from behind where he just drops his left leg into the goalkeeper as he's coming out.
Do you know what? You might be the only person that's watching on Twitch, but we love you. So thank you very much for supporting on Twitch. We would like to try and mix it up. Sometimes we throw it on Twitter, where it does really well, or sometimes we put it on Twitch, which does very badly. But we just like to mix it up. You know, you've got to keep things exciting in these current times where one day just seems to roll into the next and the slow march to death.
I'm just wondering if you're wired up to the broadcast, Hal, because
I'm not.
74% of our goals scored in the second half this season. It's the stat that's just come on.
I thought you meant wired up as in I could hear.
No.
I can see. Yeah.
I think they're watching. They might be watching and then just thinking, that sounds like a good bit to put a stat on just to prove how correct. Let's put this on.
If they are watching, don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's 𝐍𝐸 𝐍𝐸 with those magic feet. That's a really clever play from Bogle, but Billy wasn't alive to it, and it'll just roll through to Etheridge on the 49th minute. We're in 48:05.
This is better. This has started better, hasn't it?
Well, don't say that as Lyle Taylor puts a decent ball in. I tell you what, if that header hadn't been won, then Scott Hogan Always Open was absolutely in oceans of space there. That was really, really good defending to block that one. 𝐍𝐸 𝐍𝐸 takes a heavy one on the chest, unlike him. Oh, he's won it back. I say that so many times with 𝐍𝐸 is that he will not give up the fight because he's tough.
That's great. He's done really well to win a throw in there. He's
Absolutely
done really well.
What is going on there?
With him? He's grappling him.
Absolute nonsense. And 𝐍𝐸, can I have your shirt?
Billy, what's Billy done that for?
Billy, you knew it. You said it all game. He wants a bit. But that was all 100% Roberts.
It was, but Billy cannot do that. There's no need for him to go charging in like an absolute idiot. I think he's going to book them both by the looks of it.
Well, there's no need for a single booking here, but Roberts holds 𝐍𝐸 down as he's just trying to get back on with the game. It was like boxers when they get tired and they just sort of lean into each other.
But then 𝐍𝐸's raised his hands and pushed him away, so it'll probably get him a yellow card.
Well, 𝐍𝐸's actually walking away. Doesn't mean Keith Stroud's not going to call him back, but personally, I don't book Ndiaye in this scenario. Ndiaye does so well. I think Roberts is a little bit embarrassed actually because he's been had here. So what actually happened? So Ndiaye's trying to get up. He's not interested. Arm comes around the neck. Arm around the neck again.
Then he starts pushed it. And then Billy wades in. But no, sensible from Keith Stroud in the end, I think. If it's just a card that way, fair play.
I don't know if he's going to not book Billy.
He's booked Billy.
There he is.
Yeah.
He's booked Billy. Billy didn't. Billy's the captain, so I feel like he has to defend his brethren. But you're right, he didn't need to get involved. Absolutely. No. And you said it from the off. He's looked like he wants some today.
Yeah, he has. He's looked for the last few weeks. And
how reassuring. Roberts is the captain.
Both captains booked them.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic from Billy there. No need. Right, here's a chance for the Blades. Completely wasted that cross opportunity. There is, again, Reece Norrington-Davies, the verdict is good defensively, has not looked bright enough going forward. We like Woods. He's a good player, one I always wanted the Blades to sign. Does very well. Tidies that ball up at the back, and that'll be a throw-in on this left-hand side to United, 15 yards away from halfway. Taken really, really quickly. Oh, that's a cross that's going to be very hard for Sanderberger to actually do anything with. And that's not fell kindly to Fleck, but he'll get it back with a very tidy header from Norwood.
That's it. Right. Whip it in. Whip it in.
Oh, the whipping opportunity was missed, and then it was the floater. We don't like the floaters. They're far too easy to defend. Oh, that's a terrible ball from Reece Norrington-Davies. It's telegraphed every day. You can see where that's going to land. Really good touch. Really good turn. Billy Sharp. No. Oh, on that spin. He's asking a lot, really, of his left foot there.
He is. But good to see him getting into a decent position. But that first ball from Norrington-Davies, his right foot far worse than his left.
What are you going to do with all your Reece Norrington-Davies shirts then after this game?
All of them. all 0 of them. Yeah.
That face. Adam, should we do something a bit of fun? Whoever scores the winner for the Blades tonight, you have to get their name on the back of your new shirt.
All right.
Hey, I didn't think you'd say yes to that. I think that's pretty good. Have you got a shirt for this season?
I will get one.
And then you'd get the name of whoever scores it on the back?
Yes.
Brilliant. Right, there you go.
As long as it's not an own goal, because it looks stupid.
Yeah, okay. Well, obviously. But, yeah, okay. There's a bit of jeopardy involved now, Blades. Now, if you'd like to help towards Adam's new shirt, please get involved with the Super Chat. I can guarantee you now not a single penny will ever reach Adam. Nor does it ever reach me. But Nick has just paid off his car. I don't know how it happened. It's a wonderful world.
Perk of his job.
I'm joking. Nick does not keep that money. Oh, here's a chance for Sanderberger. It's a decent pass on that left-hand foot. Oh, it's taken the block from Fleck when he was just sighted to shoot. Did he take too long, Adam?
He did. And that would have been ideal because it would only have been £5 to get Fleck on the back of my shirt.
That's true.
That's a great ball from Sanderberg.
Oh, he took too long. It's hit it first time, and that's a goal. Oh, what a chance. Adam, what did you make of all of that play?
Yeah, it was good build-up. Sanderberg played a decent ball. Fleck probably needed to hit it first time, or could the pass been a bit stronger to him? But a lot more promising and a shot on target. It's another decent corner, but it's defended quite well. Norwood with an aimless sort of chink back into the middle of the box, which is not good. But Bash wins it well and gets it back off Fleck, and he's having a look. He's going to check back, I think, anytime soon. There's a chance, and Dye's got space. This is a real chance, and it's come off the Birmingham there. He had a lot of time and space in the box there, and I'd expected him to do a lot better. But it's another corner, so we're looking a bit more lively. Yeah, looking a bit more lively. But look at all that space he's got, and he tried to bend it in that far post. He just didn't set it off with a wide enough arc. But we'll go again from the corner, and the corners have been pretty decent tonight. But we need to get that one on John Egan's head or Chris Basham's head coming through here as they're going for the line up in a line formation, 5 from there. Lyle Taylor's pushing him out the way. And that was a bit long. Yeah, that's
the resulting corner, not the best. I think we can probably agree with that.
But Ollie Norwood thinks it's the 5 in the middle it's a perfectly good ball, boys. So you were all nowhere near it.
Let us know in the chat what you've made of the start of the second half, Blades. And also, if you are a Birmingham City fan as well, you're welcome to be part of this. Nick's told us there is a rival stream, Adam, going on at the same time. Well, there you are. Apparently more viewers for this, good taste.
Yeah. How can you watch a Birmingham stream, honestly?
I agree. The only thing I like from Birmingham is Peaky Blinders, the Bull Ring, UB40.
Yeah, you're struggling, aren't you?
Struggling.
You're struggling.
I'm struggling now. All right. Ball played forward over the halfway line, looking for the run of Jada Bogle. We said in the first half that's what they try and do on the right-hand side. That's a foul by
push.
Already been booked. And
Let's give it the other way.
Give it the other way. That's about as weak as I like my tea. That was not the right decision. Bogle clearly fouled. I thought he was pushed. I thought there was a leg down the back of Bogle's leg as well.
Yeah. And then the linesman decided that I'm going to waft my flag around and give it the other way so I don't get any abuse from the crowd behind. But no, it was a shocking decision.
Well, he didn't want to give him a second booking as well. That's another thing that I think was playing on the mind possibly, because it's a big decision to book someone straight after they've been booked, which changes the game.
Yes. Right, we need to see this off. This is in long throw territory.
Obviously, Onel Hernandez thinks I'm not going to take this. We've got Roberts with his absolutely lethal long throw. We haven't seen a Pedersen long throw, but trust me, it does exist. You might remember Morten Gamps Pedersen also had a long throw. Maybe it's a Pedersen thing.
Yeah, I do remember Morten Gamps Pedersen.
Well, don't. Free kick in the Premier League.
Yep.
I was there. Yeah. It's another one. One step. Long throw. Really dangerous. Not cleared yet. Lyle Taylor's going to cushion that down. Fleck will get a foot on it and get it away. Bacuna might leave that one. He will. It'll roll out and it'll be a throw in on 57 minutes. We're on 56-14. 15 now. It's 0-0. Not a lot to report. If you have just joined us, you've made the right decision.
We're confident though, Hal. You think we're going to nick it?
Not confident at all with this referee. I think he's going to bottle any major decision, as we've seen. Oh, that's poor defending. Referee.
Generous.
Is he going to give that? He is very, very generous. We have been on the receiving end, I would say, in this game of 3 to 4 very generous decisions and one big one the wrong way.
Absolutely. Well, I saw at half time though that no,
you see it back and it's the right decision. It was a bit of
on his next, but
I missed the arm.
Yes, I will defend Keith Stroud. If when it showed it back at half time, the penalty incident, his line of sight was completely blocked at the point of impact. Not wanting to defend the referee, but when you see that, that's why he didn't give it. I think that's what he was saying to Norwood afterwards. He sort of went, well, I couldn't get a clear view on it, and I think that was his decision. So if he can't see it, he can't give it.
No, I understand that. Still, wrong decision. Chested down by Billy Sharp. Oh, I don't think that was the right call. Yes. No, it took a little nick. Netheridge is going to come out and claim that one. Yeah, it's a shame that one, because if it hadn't taken the deflection, it might have been the right call. But I thought Billy, on that occasion, actually could have taken another touch and then been able to turn and see what he had around him, because he played that blind. Oh, great block. But it's going to fall to Lyle Taylor. The second attempt, nice cushioned header down. We can just keep calm here. I need to pick out a good pass, and that's not a good pass. No, that might ricochet, and it does, and it falls to John Egan, who can get it clear, and that's a push in the back. Referee says play on. Billy Sharp needs to be careful. He's on a booking, and referee Stroud not interested in that at all. I thought that could have been a foul. He's given softer ones all game, so why not?
That's it. Now, one thing that really frustrates me, Hal, and it might seem like a minor point, but Etheridge, the goalkeeper, then, when he released the ball, he's carried the ball outside of his box. Okay? Yes. It's only by a mark. It happens far too often.
But it's outside.
I've only seen one goalkeeper in living memory be pulled up from it, and that was Pepe Reina when he carried it. He was pulled up for it away at Sunderland, I think. But he was called on it. But they seem to get away with it so many times.
Well, you call it a few times, and they'll soon stop doing it.
Yeah, just one of my little bugbears.
No, I agree with you. We've all got our own little pet peeves, little things that annoy us. Yeah. And that's a fair one. This was a really dangerous moment here for Birmingham, where Bacuna did well, found Scott Hogan. If it had fallen to Lyle Taylor there, who knows what could have happened. It was Ben Davies who got a little foot in. And Birmingham maintaining this attack. We started the second half like a runaway freight train, but now Birmingham are coming back into it. And the Blades have not capitalised and seized on the half chances, and they have been half chances, that we've created. There's never really been a moment in this game where I thought we're going to score.
No. Time for a change, I think, Hal.
Yeah. Oh, this could be a dangerous one. That's Decent defending. Can you get a foot on it? Bogle can. He's fouled there. Keep Stroud not interested. Go on, Sander. Show us what you've got. Get it past Ryan Woods. Oh, that's brilliant play. Slightly overran it. Not bad, though. Good idea. Unlucky, lad.
That was a terrible foul on Bogle.
59-35. Let's give you a timestamp. That's where we are. If we are ahead of you, you can pause us. In the Premier League. Adam, is that a penalty?
Let's have a look. I'm not sure.
All right. Let's say you are at Stockley Park and you were looking at that for VAR and you had to make a decision.
No clear and obvious error, and that's not being biased. It's that the Bogle has jumped up. And
I jump up like that.
No, but he's jumped up to give himself leverage, and as the striker's gone into him, his hand has hit up off his shoulder, and then that's made the minimal contact with the ball.
Can I say you are being very generous?
I'm allowed to. Look, as I say with all penalty decisions, had that not gone our way at the other end, how annoyed would I be? And I'd have been very philosophical. Look, you don't get those every day of the week.
Chance for Birmingham. Lyle Taylor, this is the best chance of the game, and he scored.
Shocking defending. Shocking defending. How has he got that much space? Oh dear, oh dear.
It was Bakuna running forward, laid it off.
He just seems to have so much space.
Lyle Taylor, that's 2 in 2, isn't it?
Yep, curse of the X.
Yeah, it comes back to haunt the Blades on the hour mark.
So Billy's not got in. Straight through the midfield. Davis caught a bit out of position. And then there is nobody on that side. So Basham's too far in field. He's in between Bogle and Basham. It's a lovely ball from the Birmingham player who spotted him. It's two nice little touches, and it's a very good finish, to be fair.
Do you who do you lay any blame on there, if anyone?
Davis was too far up to start with, and they were all out of position, so they're all covering Davis. So Basham was too far across. Bogle hasn't followed across in. It'll happen very quickly. Yeah, but if Bash goes across, then Bogle needs to go across, and it's just afforded him too much space. But credit to Birmingham, the ball into him was a good ball. It's two nice little touches, and he dug it out nicely. Looked at Undai, tried to do that at the other end when he had a bit more time and space. Obviously, the other way around, left foot as opposed to right foot. But it's poor positional defending.
Agree with all of that. It's a disaster. This felt like a 1-0 game from word go, really. There's been few and far between. Ben Davis just comes back into the side. Ooh. And, I think he was caught out there, wasn't he? And the pace beat him. It's a shame.
Can you imagine if that wasn't Ben Davis and that was Jack Robinson?
Oh,
can you imagine what we'd all be saying now?
Be getting lynched, absolutely, by the Twitter mob. Yeah, here is Bogle on this right-hand side. Jinx. It's a terrible pass. Absolutely dreadful pass. And it's that man, Ernel Hernandez, and the second goal kills this game. There's no question about it. He's got the pace. Has he got the pass?
He's on his own in the middle. He's on his own in the middle.
Good save. Bakuna with a shot, and that was really dangerous.
Wes is quite rightly raging at the defence. Look at this. I mean, that is just shocking. Oh, dear. I mean, if he picked the pass to Hogan, it's 2-0 and good night, Vienna. But, wow. I mean, Wes made a comfortable save, but that was us being hit on the counter-attack, and there's far too much space. Far, far, far too much. It's time for changes. It's time for changes. Come on, Sander. Show us what you can do. And Billy?
Yes! It's 1-1. 64th minute.
Great.
That is 1, 2, 3. Quite right, Adam. 123 goals for Billy Sharp since 2004 when the Championship rebranded. He spent 8 seasons out of the Championship. It doesn't even matter to Billy. That's what you call an instant response. The Blades are back in this game. I love to see it. You know what time. So, Adam, Sander Berger, talk me through it. We left him on.
Good ball. Fleck to Berger, who've both been conspicuous with their performances so far. But that's what they can do. I mean, that's a lovely ball. Always giving the eyes to the defender as well. That makes it even better. Or the look away pass when you see that on the replay, that's tremendous.
So that's from Berger.
Yes, he's looked 40 yards to his right and then slipped it through to Billy. And I'm hearing some unconfirmed reports. Billy Sharp, he scores goals, Al.
Is that at the moment unconfirmed?
Yeah. You
might need better sources, mate.
There used to be a banner once. I mean, I'm not that, you know.
Oh, get that banner back up on the cop, honestly. I actually, there's a bit of smoke going on. Honestly, these smoke bombs.
Oh, is Nick exploded?
It's his hair dye. They've been thrown at every game I've been to recently. And I'm not a fan.
No, better things to spend your money on. Like contributing, like, you know, giving some money to the channel. That's much better use, not a flare. Some cash to the channel.
Can I just join Adam in that? If you do want to support the channel and you don't want to be a member by hitting join next to subscribe, paying $4.99 a month, which helps with our running costs, any super chat donation will be gratefully received. Sanderberger is trying to muscle his way to get that ball from Hernandez, but Hernandez wins that one. But it's Keith Stroud says, no, we'll give a free kick here. This is now a game on a knife edge, Adam. Next goal's key.
It is, but it's more exciting. Been a much better second half from both sides. Birmingham get in front, we respond straight away. Momentum is down with Sheffield United. So we've got to go capitalise and go on and win it.
Yeah, and Billy needs to, after this game, sit down with the board and say, new contract, please.
Yes.
Goals. Bags, man.
Absolutely.
Look at that wall. That's not terrifying anyone, is it?
No.
Bless him. I mean, a strong breeze.
It's at the point you don't actually need the wall.
You don't need the wall there. It serves no purpose. It's just one less player to defend it. But it is defended really well. We're on 66-20. If you are just joining us, you can pause us if we are ahead so that you don't miss that second Blades goal. We said before the game that Billy would get 1, 2, 3, and he did. And it was a really nice play from Sanderberger, who I said we should leave on, Adam, didn't I? So he could play his way into the game. And I'm really, really pleased that Paul Heckingbottom, once again, has listened to the stream because he makes a lot of important decisions based on our content.
Wasn't it you take him off at the 60-minute mark and that pass was on 61, not being pernickety?
I mean, you have what you remember and I have what I remember. I don't think when I said 60, what I was talking about, of course, was a kind of a metaphorical 60. Anyway, much more 60 meaning more 80, sort of a European 60, like an American shoe size. It's not the same.
Always won it nicely.
He has. His pass is too shy. I can't blame Billy for that one. That was a short pass when a long one was needed. And this is going to be an opportunity for Birmingham to mount another attack with Colin, that danger man who scored, even though he's a right back, at Bramall Lane in an awfully turgid affair when we were all so excited at the start of the season. Oh, if only we'd known what was ahead. The Slavolution will be televised. Unfortunately, it's never actually happened.
I know. I'm thinking back to that day, and we did the Watchalong that day as well, Hal, didn't we? And full of optimism and joy, and yes. Anyway,
being a Blade, we've learned not really to go into any game with optimism and joy. That was killed for me back in probably 1992.
92?
Or maybe 93 more. I'm thinking against the Pigs at Wembley. And I'm also thinking relegation at Chelsea. And then I'm thinking Crystal Palace.
Relegation at Chelsea, 94. Still see that banner to this very day. Blades to stay up, Chelsea for the cup. Mark Steen,
yeah.
I had my Viking hat on with
for
the
Flo.
2 white horns out the goal for Flo and Roger Nielsen.
Ball in, dangerous. Wes is going to claim that one, but I tell you what, Hogan always open was lively to it. It was just slightly over from Gary Gardner. You remember his brother's name, Adam?
What, Josh Stein, Flo?
No, Gardner's.
Oh, Gary Gardner and Craig.
Yes, and can you remember Jostein Flo's brother?
Well, Tor Andre was related, wasn't he?
Yeah,
I doubt myself on these.
Harvard Flo as well.
Harvard, yeah,
a relative, and we had John Anarisa's brother offside.
Bjorn Helga.
Bjorn Helga, yeah, which I thought was a lady's name, to be honest, but shows what I know about Norwegian men.
I thought they were in ABBA. Anyway.
My very good friend Craig, not Craig Gardner, lives in Oslo now, and I was speaking to him just the other day. Absolutely wonderful. Tells me that there is so little crime. There's actually a website which is dedicated to reporting crime that goes on in Norway, and it's things like a cat that's been left out for too long without its supper. It's just that he says there just isn't the danger element.
Brilliant.
That you have, even he is from Gloucester, which I don't think is the crime capital of the world, but he just feels so much safer in Norway. So interesting. But here's Ben Davies. He's going to get that ball down onto his familiar and stronger left. We've got a lot of players who are left-footed in this team. Fleck, Davis, and Rees-Norrington-Davis to name but three. Here's another one where Foderingham. All the left-footers have touched the ball in quick succession until it was broken up by John Egan. Rumours that he was linked with West Ham in that transfer deadline mess, but there were no offers for Egan, not even any sounding outs earlier in the window.
Do you think there was much truth in that?
What I've just said is true.
Yes, I was just said is true.
Yeah, so that's a great turn from Chris Basham. Can he find Bogle, or is that slightly overplayed? Yeah, I had a chat with some representatives of the club. They gave me some interesting information. I can tell you the board are really pleased with the window. They had a plan for the window. They stuck to it throughout. It was the most relaxed window since Prince Abdullah became sole owner. They decided not to entertain any loan offers that did come in for George Baldock, even though the club rate Femi Sariki. It might not be fair to throw him in, if Bogle was injured, for example. I can also tell you that defender John Suter was all agreed. So it was a shame that he decided to stay in Scotland. He cited personal family reasons. You have to respect that, and the club did everything right in that instance.
Okay.
There you
So
go.
they went to,
Inside info for you.
So they went to Charlie Goody.
Goody.
I'm not letting Captain Kosa live that one down.
Do you know, would it be funny though if he does an interview with the club and says all this time, like Jermaine Genus, all this time people have been pronouncing my surname wrong. It's actually Charlie Goody. And I want to thank everyone who's been saying that all along, because Jermaine Genus was what we all said. And he finally did an interview, didn't he? And said Genus. And Captain Kosa will know that Travis Kelsey is actually Travis Kels. And you hear them finally come out and say how how their grandma describes their surname, and it changes everything. So Charlie Goody, it could well be.
Indeed. Go on, Bogues. No, it's not Bogle. That's Undai. Go on. It's it.
Shot.
Yes.
Fleck.
Yes.
Oh,
Fleck.
anywhere wide of the keeper, and that could have been a goal. We're on 71.50, and John Fleck with his stronger left. Oh, he fires it straight at Etheridge. Really good play from Iliman Undai. I mentioned his strength, but he's not just got strength. He's got intelligence, and I have to say, Adam, he's fired that straight down his gut.
It has, but we're on the attack again here, and it's just not
key
falling.
feet in. This game's there now for the Blades if they want it. Bash him.
Bash.
Go on, Bash. Cross it in. Choo.
Oh, straight to the goalkeeper.
Absolute pants that cross. Absolutely.
That's a free kick. He's brought it back for a free kick, Al.
Well, I think that's very, very lucky. Would you bring on, as Danny says, get Jebo on? I wouldn't take off and die. Would you?
He's given handball. That's a cracking spot.
I tell you what, Keith Stroud, eyes on the back of his head.
Yeah.
It's Gary Gardner. Craig will be apoplectic. I didn't necessarily see that first or second time, but it was a good spot. We'll take them all day. I tell you what, if we score from this, I think it would even out that awful penalty decision, because plenty of refs would have missed that handball just then. And
I've got visions of Nick in the way and going, that's handball. How have they not seen it? It's handball.
Nick spots everything. You're absolutely right. He's amazing. He's very good at this. He's much better than me. Right, here we go. 73-10. Blades to nick it here, 2-1. Then let's have full time, please. I'm just glad the protests haven't interrupted it. On this right-hand side, hands go up. That means it's near post. Oh, anyone gets a touch. Should have been 2. Really poor attacking. No intent there. That was very soft feet.
Who missed that header?
Everyone. Adam, that's got to be 2-1, right? Anything on that?
Yeah. Yes, it has. It has got to be 2-1. I'm just trying to. I'm waiting to see who was it. Was it?
Oh, he's played that ball way too high. Etheridge had to come out. I think Billy
first
might
time
have
hit.
Offside.
First time. Oh,
I could have if he's been. I tell you, Sander,
I wanted to see it.
I'm fully confident Sander Berger hits that first time and scores a Naeem, one for the teenagers.
I was wanting it. Norwood, great ball.
Great football. Oh, is he onside? It's 2-1. What a goal. Jaden Bogle, the kind of form you love to see. It's 2-1 Blades. They've come from behind on 74 minutes. Jaden Bogle, lovely right footer. You beautiful man.
Get in.
Get
What time is it? We know what time it is, Hal. Come on, mate.
We know what time it is. There's too much excitement, Adam. There's too many buttons to press. Oh, yes. Adam, talk me through that goal.
Bogle played it in. It's a lovely ball through, and John Fleck finds him. He's comfortably onside. And that, from an acute angle, is a very, very good finish indeed. I don't know why it was. He's onside. Oh, that's a great touch with the left, and then to flick it. I think he's Meg the goalkeeper here. He's he's onside. It's the guy in the middle playing him on. Look at that.
Touch,
he's
and right foot.
Yes, tremendous. And
I love that goal. What's happening with Lee? What do you think's going on?
Sit down. Otherwise, I'll get Kieran Dyer onto you. Come on, sit down.
So that was a nutmeg, wasn't it?
He's been booked. He's been booked. I'm actually going to like Keith Stroud in this game, apart from that one shocking decision.
Yeah,
Lee Bowyer is just giving him a tirade of abuse, and Keith Stroud just yelling down.
So who was it that wins it? That wins it back there in the middle and then plays that ball long?
That's Undight. No, it's not Undight.
Is that Norwood? Headed away by Etheridge, and then it all sort of starts here from brilliant play from Sander. So
Sander gives it to Jaden. Jaden then plays it in. It's nice little play, intricate passing. There's no offside. I don't know what the protests are for. They've not got their hands in the air, but that's onside. It's the man in the middle that's playing him on. They need to look at the man in the middle, not the man next to Bogle. Yeah,
nothing wrong with that. I mean, maybe that's
so William of Sharp. Come on, Billy.
Billy can turn. Can he find Berger? Shot, deflection, caught. Yeah, that's obviously what Lee Bowyer's complaining about, is that he felt that should have been an offside there. Not for me. Happy with that.
No. You could have had 10 minutes with the projectors. It would have been onside.
You can probably tell I'm doing the match reaction later because I'm feverishly trying to write notes because I've got to actually do the match reaction straight after this.
I don't envy you, mate. I do not envy you that.
No, I just don't want. I can't be doing with the grief, mate. When you get something wrong, when you say Norwood plays a pass and then someone in the comments just says, it wasn't Norwood, you watch the game, you're an idiot. I'm like, all right, mate, I'm doing this for free. 76:55 on the clock, 2-1 Blades. What a goal. What a win this would be. Should be 3. Keith Stroud should have given a penalty for a clip-on and die. It would have been easy to make changes. Paul Heckingbottom has stuck to his guns. And Adam, has he made the right decision?
If it ends up like this, yes, absolutely.
Bash is struggling. He took a knock on the head, early biscuits. He's carried on like the Trojan, like the soldier that he is. And Helen's right. Need to maintain concentration and not let this slip. Absolutely fantastic. This would be a great away result. And we are going to finally make that change. It is going to be Ollie McChicken on. Let's see what he can do. Ilimanadai, I don't say he's got cramp. He's not the man for 90 minutes, is he?
He's not. But I think that's right. He's done well tonight. He's had a good game, and McBurney on to hold it up. I have no problem with that for a change. No problems at all with that.
Well, overall, what would you say for Ilimanadai if you had to give him a rating out of 10?
Today, 7.
7. I'd probably go a little higher than that. I thought he played really well. But Bernie's first involvement is really good, as is Billy's cross. But that was casual. Really good defending. Yeah, a bit cash, and the Blades keeping possession here. The game's opened up, hasn't it? There seems to be a lot of space in that middle.
Yeah. Just get a third, kill the game off. Get a third, kill the game off. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, completely agree.
I wouldn't sit back on this 2-1, but Bogle's still going forward. Bogle, Billy, Berger, all the bees. I like it.
Go on, Sander. He's grown into this game. He's starting to play his way. That's a booking. That's a booking. It's a nasty one. That's a professional foul. That is 100%. You shall not pass. I'm not going to be bothering to try and track you back. I'm just going to hack you down. And Pedersen, for me, has got to get a yellow there. Well done, Sander. He needs a bit of a rest. He'll stay down as long as he can.
That's it. That's probably him coming off. It's just like a clothesline on him, isn't it?
He'll be exhausted.
His feet and hands.
It's the most blatant yellow card you'll see. I love how the Birmingham fans are going, wow, yeah. As if you can complain about anything. Has he not booked him?
I don't think he has.
You'd agree with me, wouldn't you, that is a clear booking?
It is. It's a yellow card, but this is a great opportunity for number 3.
McBurney, you fancy? Good in the air.
Bash is poised on the edge of the box.
Bash is going to head it. He doesn't want to.
He's got concussion. He'll do what he wants. Here we go.
He'll do what he wants. All right, let's know in the comments what you would give Ndiaye out of 10. Ball crossed in. Oh, it's not bad. As balls then go from Fleck, but well defended, and it will be a throw into the Blades on this right-hand side, 2 yards away from the corner flag. We are approaching 80 bang on the nose in 10 seconds. I'll let you know when we are there. Yeah, let me know in the ratings what
he
you
did
would
get
give.
booked.
Of course he had to get booked. Let me know in the ratings what you'd give Iliman Ndiaye. I thought slightly better than a 7, but if the general consensus is that 7's fair, that's going to be what I say on my match reaction. Here is Sander Berger. Strong, good cross, decent defending. It's the low cross that Captain Kosa spoke to us about at half time. It is his best friend, isn't it, Sanders? Indeed.
It definitely is.
Right, I'm going to give you a time check. We're at 80-24, 80-25, 80-26. There you go. I'm not going to carry on counting, even though sometimes I do run out of things to say. You can pause us if we are ahead. We haven't had a super chat for absolutely ages. If you'd like to support the channel, please. We really need it now more than ever. I cannot stress that enough. I don't want to get into financial details, but we do so much of this out of love, and it costs us a lot of money. We would love to bring merchandise to you. That's been taken away from us. So this is the only chance we have to try and break even, and we're a fair way from that. So if you can support us, be incredible. Here's McBurney, good ball. Here's Bogle, great defending from Pedersen. I think he's got a bit of cramp, and Bogle also felt like he really got that crunching challenge, and it went through every ounce of sinew in his leg. What a 7. Okay, Adam, most people seem to agree with you. I mean, I thought he was strong tonight. Iliman Ndiaye, really, really good performance.
An 8. Okay, 7, 8, 7.5 then. I'll go to 7.5.
You did book him, David. Thank you. David Moore Wood is a bit of a ledge, one of my favourite contributors to the channel. We're on 81-35. Linesman, not going to let this one happen because of the traditional 81st minute bin bag. As time immemorial, that's happened at St Andrews. So they knew that was coming.
Here we go. McBurney's looking. McBurney and Egan, one of them here.
Go on, one of you. Ben Davis might fancy this as well. Oh, it's a climb and a whistle. No whistle. No, he's let that go. It's John Egan. I don't know why I said no whistle, waiting for a whistle. I haven't got the sound on.
It's John.
John loves a head. He loves a header over the bar, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's lost the ability to find the target of late. Oh, he nearly caught one though. He
was brave.
He nearly got a left hook.
He's as brave as the day is long. They're going to make a change here. Hogan always open is off. Scott Hogan will be disappointed with his performance tonight, and Lucas Jutkovic. Oh, hello. You think you're trying to pronounce? You think you're going to try and outpronounce? Yep. I can't even say pronounce. Yeah. What's the plural?
Pronunciation or pronunciation?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It should be pronunciation, shouldn't it? It's questioning my own English education there.
So Lucas is on anyway.
Wasn't cheap. Anel Hernandez off, and Jordan Graham is on for Birmingham. Adam, how do you see this one playing out in the final few?
Hopeful. I'm hopeful we can hold on. A third kills it.
Jan Woody. That's it, Adam. I tell you what, we have got some system going now. £5. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how much this means to us. You are a Jam, maybe a lady.
True.
Okay, it's 2022, Adam. Top person. There you go. You never in any bother there. So I can't wait till Nick gets back. He'll be back, he reckons, at midnight because he will be so chuffed because we had a really, really tough day yesterday. So yeah, anything that we can raise today we'll raise our spirits. I really do promise you that.
Ollie McBurney heads it out and then actually points to the linesman to give it to Berger. Suddenly realises he's shooting that way. It says, "No, actually, my ball, please." And no,
it's been a long time, Ollie. It's been a long time for Ollie. He played against Posh, but before that, it's been ages since he's played football, so he forgets which way he's going occasionally. Are you a McBurney fan, Adam?
You know I am.
I do. I just want the dear viewer to know your thoughts.
Yes, I think stays fit, stays clear of nightclubs and cars and other such things, and concentrates on on-field matters. Let's put it that way. If he concentrates on that, he's definitely got potential in this league. He's not shown it as yet. He's not shown what he can do for us, but he's definitely got potential. I'm a big fan, and I think this is tailor made for him to hold the ball up when we're holding on, and that's what
Billy's got to be careful here. He's been
going.
booked. Let's not have any nonsense, Billy. Just accept it and we move on. I don't want any argy-bargy, no swearing at the referee. Paolo, a new member. Thank you very much, Paolo Budgie, for joining as a member. That is always really appreciated. You've got the names of the members just running along screen at the moment. Each one of these people very kindly helps support the channel. If you'd like to be a member, we've even got Jim Phipps, the man himself, supporting the channel. Then hit join, which you'll see next to subscribe on YouTube. You can do that on a PC or Android device, and it really helps us with the channel running costs. As Birmingham get that ball into the box, it's going to go behind for a goal kick. No need to worry there. So those are the names of all those signed up today. Paolo Budgie, you are on the list, as is Sarah G, Stuart Davies. We've got Mark Bingley, Andrew Belshaw, Liam, like Prince, just the one name. John Wyke Smith, unlike Prince with the 3, and Wayne Reynolds, amongst others. So thank you. That's a great way to support by becoming a member. Thank you, each and every one. Welcome to the club. Yeah, you need a new sound for members, Adam.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Might need a bit of work, that one. It's been a long night. It's been a long day. Here's a chance for Billy Sharp. Can he take this one on his chest and run past his man? That's a handball. A blatant handball. Oh, Keith Stroud again. He's bottled it. He's bottled it. Adam, that's a handball 9 times out of 10. That's good,
it's
right?
Handball. It is. It's handball.
Referee. He's had some really good decisions tonight, and he's had a stinker there.
But Billy needs to stay calm.
Was it Mengi? Is that how you say it?
Yeah, I think it was. But it's now a corner to Birmingham, which would be dangerous. Headed behind by Jaden Bogle, who is he's 4 minutes away, plus stoppages, joining an illustrious list of Sheffield United players who have the privilege of being on the back of my shirt.
Good point. We didn't even mention that, did we? You are getting sharp 10 on the back of your shirt, so it could have been a lot worse. Ball played away.
20 Bogle.
We
who scored the winner?
We didn't say the winner. We just said who scored, didn't we?
All right, then.
I mean, who would you rather? Who would you rather?
Either or.
You'd rather have Billy, wouldn't you? That's timeless.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he's a Blades fan. He's a Sheffield boy. He's played for the club 3 times. You wear it any time, and people will be like, Billy. Bogle could still be sold, and then you're just wearing a shirt of someone who doesn't play for us anymore. Billy's going to end his career at Blade. Get Billy.
Wes looks in pain.
Are we going to see Adam Davies make his debut as a sub? Because Wes looks like he's in a bit of discomfort here, Adam. Do you have any idea what that was?
I think he just landed awkward. I think.
Michael makes a good point. Don't do anything daft. Steve's right. We did say the winner. I'm happy with Adam getting sharp, because I think that is, first of all, he was a good sport agreeing to do this live on the stream when I put him under pressure. Secondly, sharp on the shirt. That's just class, isn't it?
It is. I like that. Where's his down? Keith Stroud points to the physio to say it's his ankle, just in case there was any doubt, in case the physiotherapist didn't know. And then it shows Wes on the floor and then pans to David McGoldrick stripped off coming on. Why is
so
that
who is it? We're seeing this replay again. Who is it that plays that ball there? Is it Fleck? Well,
yes, it must be. Hang on. Yes, it is. It's Fleck. Yes. Because he then reappears that, yes, it is. It's John Fleck. But I don't know why they're slowing it down and looking for offside, because it is not offside. It doesn't matter how many times you look at it. It's nutmeg the goalkeeper. It's 2-1 Sheffield United. Move on.
2-1 Sheffield United. Hopefully, it's a case now of the Blades being sensible, not doing anything silly, and concentrating for these final. Well, I'd imagine now, Adam, Keith Stroud might add on quite a bit of time. Billy Sharp goes off in the 89th minute. Another really good display from Bill. We're going to see William depart and 𝐍𝐸 enter. And 𝐍𝐸's first touch is a really nice one. His second one is a bad one.
Yep. You can't say anything more, but hold it up. Just hold it up. Brilliant, McBurney. That's tremendous.
Superb play from Ollie McBurney. He takes that touch round his man, Colin, forces the foul, wins a free kick in a dangerous area, and really, as a front man with a 2-1 lead, that's actually exactly what you'd ask for.
And live shots from St Andrews of rapturous applause from In Good Nick for the work of Ollie McBurney.
Yes, I would say that you are clutching at some very unlikely straws if you want Nick to praise Ollie McBurney.
Oh, excellent. There he is.
That's the man, the myth, the legend. All right, defence. Let's actually stand strong. They're saying Sharp was offside. Okay. Way back during the play. I mean, even if he was, there's no VAR in this league, so get on with it. Birmingham played a game against Derby where one of their defenders handled the ball over the bar. There's no VAR. Yep. So you just get on with it. And it's better that there's no VAR. 5 minutes. Where's he got that? We said because of Keith being Keith, he was always going to add on 3, and he's just added on 2 minutes for Wes's ankle, which, poor Wes, I don't want him to hurt his ankle, but be honest, that really did not help us.
No.
Let's get a third and we can relax. Oh, it's a decent ball in as well, but it's headed away nicely. Who wants it? Fleck. Brilliant. But Birdie stands strong. Oh, he's unlucky there with the bounce off his very knobbly knees. That's a foul on Lyle Taylor. Referee's always going to give that. Lyle's looked up for this.
He has. This is like Preston at home. Silly free kick on halfway, but it is. They don't learn.
We're not talking man of the match yet, are we? We're too nervous.
No.
Yeah, this is nightmare scenario time. We can't let another lead slip away from home like we did against Preston. I mean, it's a different scenario because we went behind in this one, but the points are there right now for the Blades. This is a huge game. Didsy's got to do more there. Etheridge has absolutely schooled him. Go on, any tackle here. Go on, shoot! He's being fouled. Shoot! Oh, for God's sake, man.
Did it? Nah, I'm not shooting. I'm going to go to the corner.
Adam, when have you seen a keeper come that far out?
I know. Just shame that wasn't Norwood.
Mistake. Yeah, I think of all the players, Norwood models himself on Beckham. Of all the players that would have had a pop there, God, how long did he have?
Yeah, Didsy was running down the clock.
5 minutes added. Blades, 5 minutes added. Janino Bacuna picks up a yellow. He did pull his man, Didsy, back there. We've got that free kick, but what an opportunity for Didsy to shoot. He could have even done a daisy cutter along the grass. I know they had a man back, but could have had a go. As it is, a free kick in an area where I don't think United will do a great deal with it. They haven't. We're on 92.02.
Those harsh people about Didsy's finishing would probably say that was an attempt on goal from him.
Oh,
Adam.
Adam. Didsy just, I think Simon sums it up, doesn't he, really?
He does.
Yeah. Not the right decision. And that free kick was
win
no
the
use
header
to us.
now,
Didsy's dived there.
Again.
No, he's dived. And Keith Stroud's quite right there. And I want to see better from Didsy. He's better than that. Go on, Ollie, use your strength. Is he fouled? Is he fouled?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, he's done well there. It's done well. It's been a decent one. It's been a while since I laughed out loud during a play. That one did it for me. Not for me. I thought Didsy really had an opportunity there. If he'd been alive to it, hit it first time. Xavi Alonso doesn't get the ball with no keeper in goal and end up trying to take it out for a throw-in.
Come on then, boys. Just
well done. It. Eat that clock. I tell you what, every time I look up, it's still a 92.
Yeah.
Time's going backwards. I feel like Benjamin Button. Let's get a move on, boys. Let's try and get that third. Defence, no. Attack is the best form of defence. I know it's a risky strategy, but we've tried defending and just holding it before, and it hasn't worked. There's plenty of games I could give you. That's it. Oh, Didsy, man. He's not brought his shooting boots, Adam.
And that's when he should have held it. He wasn't going to score from there.
No
disrespect.
Well, Adam, come along. Got to support the boys.
I am supporting the boys. We should hold the ball there. That's
okay. Maybe
game management.
I don't mind him going for a shot there. It just needs to be a better one. 2-1 Blades. Hold on. They're winning everything in the air. Clear it. That was a chance to get a foot in there. Can't believe Sanderberger is still on the field. Not because he's played badly. He's played great second half, but he must be absolutely exhausted. Does really well there. Oliver Norwood done another great game. Oh, Ollie McBurney. He's rolling back the ball and rolling back the years.
He's enjoying it, isn't he?
Didsy has shooting boots. You know what? Adam, just answer this question. Who was top scorer last season?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There's the man of the match.
Well, I was going to ask you for your man of the match, please.
Concur.
You concur, all right? I was going to say, don't be swayed by Sky
won't.
Sports.
I won't be swayed. It's the correct decision.
Here's Fleck. Oh, he's been nutmegged. That could be crucial. That could be absolutely crucial. Ball played over the top. Graham kills it. Lovely. Beautiful touch. Bogle does absolutely superbly. Must be really tired. Don't foul. Just keep that ball. Well done. I knew they'd foul. Great play. Well done, Bogle. I think he's hurt, but you know what? That might be for the cameras. Gosh, he's had a good game today, Adam, hasn't he?
He has. He's had a really good game.
We've not seen as much of our ND second half, and I think that's for the best. I think second half, Sanders really stepped up.
Yeah.
Don't know what was said to him.
I think Bar Davies for the goal. I think Egan and Basham have had good. I think they've had good games. Anybody. It's been one of those where no one's really, you'd say, have been outstanding, a la Norwood at Peterborough, but no one's had a stinker.
Yeah, agree. We've hit 95. Referee can blow up. He does. He blows up. It's full time. Sheffield United have done it again on the road. Absolutely amazing. It's another victory. Adam, what did you make to that one?
Fabulous. I said at half-time the game was there for the taking, and when a goal down, they responded straight away. They went on and they won it.
They did.
Birmingham won.
Birmingham, when they took the lead, did you think this was one that was going to be thrown away by the Blades?
It was a crucial 10 minutes as soon after the goal to get back into the game. They need to get back in quickly, and they did. Taking Paul Heckingbottom to 19 points out of 24, which
10th?
I will do some. But I will do some checking. But after 8 games,
go on.
Rivaling Danny Wilson, this is close to being the best start for the first 8 league games in Sheffield United's history by any manager, albeit second time around, full-time manager or footballing manager, whatever title you want to give. But I think it's a record. It's very close between him and Danny Wilson, who had a fabulous start.
All right, Statsman Adam's going to research that, but it's possible in terms of great starts. Look, it's great to see Bogle and his rival for that position, George Baldock. I don't know if they'd have played too many times in the same 11. Trying to think, maybe Brighton away in the Premier League.
Yeah, they've not played in many.
No, but so great to see that they're pals, because really Baldock's position is only up for debate because of the form of Bogle. I have to say, Billy Sharp, yeah, he's got man of the match. But if we were to just play a bit of devil's advocate, who else is a candidate for you?
Vogel.
Vogel, agreed. Yeah,
done really well, and it's not just because it's obviously easier to name the goal scorers. It's not just because of that, and I think Chris Basham's had a superb game as well.
Can I shock you?
Go on.
If Sheffield United win their next game in hand, they'll have the same amount of points as a team managed by Chris Wilder.
Correct.
That next game cannot come soon enough. Birmingham, 30 played. They've got 33 points. They're not going to do anything this season. Protests, will they have an effect? Time will tell. Thankfully, Adam, the protest did not disrupt the game. We didn't have the sound on, so we don't know. But we asked for comments from anyone if it was disrupting. We didn't get those. That encourages me. I would like to thank Statsman Adam for joining me tonight. I'm not sure the next one will do. We've probably got one in the diary already, but I've forgotten.
Blackburn.
There we are, Blackburn. So we'll be back for that one together. I will be back in a matter of minutes for the match reaction. I'll just have to gather my thoughts, and hopefully you can join me for that. Let's see how much of the game I actually remembered. It's always quite exciting. Adam, until next time, thank you.
Farewell. Up the Blades.